No love for Danville on Valentine's Day as the Rock Lobsters took care of business in game number 1 of this 3-game series with the Danville Dashers. The Rock Lobsters, now winners of 7 straight, turn their focus to the great number 8 as they look to continue their winning ways against the Dashers team hungry for their second win of the season. Bryce Gobert here again with you tonight, filling in for Mattine Rad as we get ready for puck drop here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network on YouTube. Just a reminder to be sure to subscribe, like the stream, and hit the bell to get notifications for everything Rock Lobsters, including exclusive interviews, highlights, and more. We'll start things off tonight, as we always do, with the Piedmont Athens Regional pregame show. Last night gave Athens fans a bit of a heart attack on Valentine's Day as the Rock Lobsters left it late to take game number 1. Malik Johnson put Athens in front just 6 minutes into the first period, but back-to-back goals by Blake Siewertson and Bodin Zinchenko of the Danville Dashers gave the home team a 2-1 advantage. The Rock Lobsters only took 2 minutes to respond after that Zinchenko goal, courtesy of a deflection from Brandon Reller, and even the game back up at 2. It would be deadlocked the rest of the way until the 7-minute mark when Kaysen Gallant got a deflection of his own to find the back of the net to give Athens the lead, and Garrett Milan would put the final rose in the bouquet, beating Walgren on a 2-on-1 to secure the 4-2 victory for the Rock Lobsters. With that performance last night, the two-headed monster of Gallant and Milan are tonight's fan saves impact players, with Gallant now scoring 7 points in his last 3 games. Milan with 6 goals in his last 5, including scoring goals in 3 straight, which has been big for Athens now in their 7-game winning streak. That was our Fan Saves Impact Players segment, and it is brought to you by Fan Saves. Download the Fan Saves app now and follow the Athens Rock Lobsters for exclusive digital coupons. Now taking a look at the starting lineup tonight, brought to you by Akins Ford. Getting the start in net tonight will be the 25-year-old netminder William Lavalier, back in net for the second time in his Rock Lobster career. Captain Carter Shinkarik and Riley Robertson get the start on defense just as last night. And also similar to last night, Glukaryov, Garrett Milan, and Orca Weisblatt will be the 3 forwards making the start tonight for the Rock Lobsters. The team physician provided by Piedmont Athens Regional is Dr. Alec Graff, and the head coach of your Athens Rock Lobsters is Steve Martinson. The Rock Lobsters starting lineup is brought to you by Akins Ford. If you're making a deal on a new Ford truck, why not deal with Georgia's biggest and best Ford dealership? That'll wrap up the Piedmont Athens Regional pregame show. Real change lives here. National anthem's going on in Danville, Illinois right now as we await the start of this one between the Athens Rock Lobsters and the Danville Dashers and game number 2 of this 3-game series. And while we have some time, while they're doing the national anthem, I want to get a chance to thank some of our sponsors of tonight's broadcast. First being Piedmont Athens Regional. Real change lives here. Akins Ford. Akins Ford is the largest Ford dealership in Georgia. If you're going to trust anyone, why not trust the biggest and the best? As well as Stanfield Air Systems. We spent the last 50 years fulfilling Athens HVAC needs. First American Bank. We specialize in you. And finally, Terrapin Beer Company. Do the right thing always. A couple other sponsors we'd like to shout out. Athens Area Urology. You're in good hands with Athens Area Urology. Plumber Pro. Hospitality South. Athens Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Classic City Flats, the home of the Rock Lobsters. Harmon Enterprises, and Roto Rooter. Fans, another announcement we do want to make tonight. This is it, 40% off. Do not miss your chance to grab your favorite Rock Lobsters hockey gear before it is gone. Our last call, last chance sale is your final opportunity to score some incredible deals on all your must-have apparel, from hoodies to long sleeves and short sleeve t-shirts and more. This is the ultimate sale for die-hard fans now. Shop now to get your gear before it is too late. A big deal going on some Athens Rock Lobster swag. If you got some time, be sure to try and go grab some of that gear while it is available. Still waiting on the national anthem to be concluded up in Danville, as we will step aside to pay some more bills here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about my
future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
Back ready to go here in Danville, Illinois, as the Rock Lobsters and the Danville Dashers get ready for game number 2 of their 3-game series. Again, starting lineup tonight for the Rock Lobsters. In net, it's going to be William Lavalier making his second start as a Rock Lobster. And then Carter Shinkarik, Riley Robertson on defense. If you missed it, Daniil Glukaryov, Orko Weisblatt, and Garrett Milan, the 3 starters at forward tonight for the Rock Lobsters. You see Danville rocking some special blue uniforms. You get a look at their starters tonight. And Justin Brazen, Zach Korn, and Quinn Riley, the forwards. Zach Slinger making his second professional start, and Colson Wyzak with Parker Rutherford in net tonight for the Dashers. Dashers wearing those blue jerseys in honor of their Autism Awareness Night. A little hard to see the numbers on the back, but supporting a good cause, as we are about ready for puck drop here in Danville for game number 2 between the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers. Milan will step in against Horn. Puck is dropped, and we are underway. 60 minutes of hockey ahead of us. Appreciate you tuning in here tonight as the Rock Lobsters take on the Dashers in game number 2. With some other hockey on tonight, a quick whistle for an icing call. Team USA taking on Canada tonight in the Four Nations face-off. That one's going to be a good one if you get a chance to catch that one. Maybe after the Rock Lobster game is over, or maybe during the intermission. Nonetheless, an offensive zone draw coming up here at David S. Palmer Arena for the Rock Lobsters. Milan wins it back. Surveying was Glukaryov. It's Shinkarik, a quick shot towards the net, fought off by Rutherford. Back down deep, the puck is sent, taken away in the corner. Glukaryov a shot towards the net, and that one gets turned away. Weisblatt couldn't get a stick down on the ice in time. Still battling for it. It's Milan in the corner, and he'll come away with it. Gets pickpocketed. Danville will come the other way. It'll be Brazen who dumps it in. Rock Lobster takes a spill at the blue line. Orko Weisblatt had to give chase to a rocket pass around the boards from Shinkarik that ends up back in Weisblatt's hands. Shinkarik across the center red. We'll dump it in, and we'll get the first changes of the hockey game for both teams. Zalov will chip it into the zone with the Rock Lobsters giving chase. They'll take possession with Brandon Reller. Garcia struggling to get possession in his own corner on the near side. A quick shot towards the net. Lavalier with a great reaction save if he got a piece of it. Puck comes all the way back to the Danville end. Dashers trying to get some offensive possession, but a hard press here by the Rock Lobsters forces a turnover with Alden. Picard back to Reller, a quick shot, and that one's swallowed up by Rutherford. Parker Rutherford having to be sharp here early on. 115-2 record coming into this one for Parker Rutherford. 18:27 remaining here in the first period. No score between the Dashers and the Rock Lobsters yet, Athens winner of 6 straight. Technically only losers of 16 straight are the Danville Dashers, but have not won a game since beating Athens back on October 25th. Penalty coming up here, early penalty in this one, and I believe it's going to be a Rock Lobster going to the box, and it does appear to be that way. I believe Malik Johnson's going to get caught out here. We'll see what the penalty is. It's signaled as a high stick, so an early opportunity here for the Danville Dashers as they're about to go on the power play, which means it is a Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Strong, skilled, strategic defense. Leslie Jones Law. Puck is dropped in the defensive zone to the left of Lavalier. Face-off is won by the Rock Lobsters and cleared all the way down the ice. Dashers on the power play with a minute 48 remaining. Skate it back forward. Into the Athens end, it's Browsen. Backhanded pass up the near boards. We'll send it back down deep where Horn awaits. Skates behind the net, Horn. Works it back out in front. Dashers, nice passing right now. Good offensive zone time here on this first power play attempt. A shot towards the net is swallowed up by Lavalier. Good save early on by William Lavalier. Gave up 4 goals in Athens' 6-4 win versus Columbus in the midweek. Had 43 saves in his debut game. Looking to get his second win as a Rock Lobster. Face-off controlled by the Dashers. A quick shot ripped towards the net. That one misses and goes into the corner. All the way, it rolls up the boards to the point. Dasher goes down to the ice. Still working at the blue line, it's Danville. Another shot towards the net. That one gets deflected before it gets to Lavalier. Still battling for it. Going to be ripped all the way around and down the ice as that one gets cleared away with a minute remaining here on this Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Dashers work it across the blue line, but that's about as far as they can get it. Backhanded clearing attempt there by Ronan gets to the opposite blue line, but the Dashers quickly the other way. A lot of neutral zone time here early in this power play. Middle of this power play, rather. 37 seconds remaining. And the Rock Lobsters, again, just going to clear it deep. Surrendered some offensive zone time early in this power play, but have been good defensively, not letting any entries for the Dashers. And, again, they do a nice job forcing the Dashers offside with only 25 seconds remaining on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. See if either team elects to make any changes. Does not appear so. Face-off will be right in front of the Rock Lobster bench. Head coach Steve Martinson in his first season. Milan and Weisblatt, the two forwards on. I believe that's Robertson playing as a left winger for this face-off. Bad face-off drop. They'll try it again. That one's going to be successful. Taken by Milan. He'll dump it back into his own zone where Shinkarik will rifle it all the way down the ice. And that one will trickle into the corner after being steered away from net by Rutherford. 10 seconds remaining here on this power play for...
Matty and Rad back with another Rock Lobster.
Apologies for that. Technical difficulties. Power play is now over. In the far corner, the puck now worked behind the net. They'll try and throw a centering pass in front. Nobody home for Danville, and that springs Athens the other way with Malik Johnson. Fresh out of the box. Shot towards the net. Weisblatt couldn't get a stick on it. Another shot towards the net and ends up behind. Danville trying to skate it out of the zone, but Weisblatt giving some good pressure. Finally, they get it to the neutral zone at the red line. They'll dump it in, where Lavalier will come out of his net to stop that puck for Shinkarik, who waits for his team to make a change. The Virgili line will come on. Athens worked the puck to neutral ice, but that's as far as they're able to get it. Coming into the zone, they shoot. It gets blocked by the defenseman for the Athens Rock Lobsters. Virgili now on the press. Centering pass deflected there by Kyle Russell. Another pass that stays behind the goal line. Athens doing a nice job defensively, not letting any pucks to the center of the ice. Worked up the boards. Malik Johnson couldn't keep that one from getting away from it. It's a shot towards the net that Lavalier had to be ready for. Referee signals no hand pass. Malik Johnson will get to it on the far boards. Virgili passes it to him, but it's a bad turnover there for the Rock Lobsters, and a quick shot on net has Lavalier sharp already early on in this one. With 14:52 remaining, the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers still tied up at 0.
Since 1968, we've been your trusted source for home comfort. From then to now, we've evolved, but our commitment to your comfort remains unchanged. Experience the expertise that only decades of dedicated service can provide. Trust Stanfield. We've been keeping homes comfortable for over 50 years. Your comfort, our legacy. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now.
Back here is the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers still tied at 0-0 apiece in the first period. 14:52 remaining. Again, a reminder, if you want to get some Athens Rock Lobster merch, this is your last chance to get it 40% off. Be sure to head to the Rock Lobster shop online to get your merch now, as we're back underway here after a defensive zone draw that's controlled by Danville. Reller in his own end trying to escape a couple Dashers. He does so by clearing it up the far boards, but unable to get it out of the zone. Ronan had to slap at it. It's chipped over towards the Rock Lobster bench and finally cleared out of the zone. They'll throw it forward. Gore had to throw it forward. That was the one who was able to dump it all the way down into the zone, but quickly the other way. Here's Hunter Alden. He quick stop. Alden towards the back post, and a great shot there from Ronan, but I don't think that he fully got everything he wanted onto that as that puck went towards the corner. Deflected shot towards the net from Alden is an easy save for Rutherford. Athens with some pressure. Chip towards the corner. Reller will give chase to it. Has Garcia at the point. Won't be able to get it to him. Garcia will have to pinch. Throws one towards the net. A quick save. Milan with the chance in the high slot. He couldn't get that one to go. Shinkarik dumps it back into his own end, evading a couple of Dashers. Garcia going to have to give chase to that. Reller defending as well. Milan back. Throws it across behind the goal line to Shinkarik as Athens will skate it out of their own end. Milan trying to play the puck out of a Dasher's skates. Won't be able to do so. Weisblatt, his line mate, comes in to try and help out on the forecheck. Puck just trickles across the Athens blue line into their own defensive zone. Shinkarik again back to defend. Leaves it for Robertson. Now Weisblatt on the far side. Milan giving chase and a whistle. And a hand pass going to be called here, which will stop play with 13:19 remaining in this first period. Athens looking to win their 8th consecutive game after taking the first one last night. And actually, there's going to be a penalty called here. Athens going to go on the Paloma Park power play. Did not see any indication that that was the case, but nonetheless, the Rock Lobsters going to get an opportunity here with the man advantage to try and take the lead. Face-off controlled by Milan. Back to the point. It was Virgili, but he could not control it. Has to retreat to his own end to give chase. Will skate it across the blue line, hold up there, and dump it down deep, but couldn't get it past the half wall. And now it's Danville the other way. Shorthanded opportunity. Nice move around one. The backhand, they score. My goodness, what a goal. Around Shinkarik he went and was able to beat Lavalier short-handed, and that gives Danville a 1-0 lead. That was Blake Sewardson, scored one of the 2 goals last night for Danville. Has another one here tonight. He scored the first in the first period, 10 minutes in. And a beautiful move again around Shinkarik, able to beat Lavalier on the backhand to give Danville a 1-0 lead. Athens with still a minute to work with here on this power play. They'll skate it across. Turning around was Glukaryov with it on the half wall. Glukaryov skating towards the goal line. Will pass it back to the point. That was Greco who was at the point, dumps it back in. Picard down low, battling for it. Glukaryov and Malik Johnson there as well. Comes to Picard at the point. Colatarsi rips one towards the net. Stopped there by Rutherford. Greco into pinch from his defensive position. A hand pass that is going to be called. No, they're going to call a high stick on the puck and stop play with 12:20 remaining. As the Dashers right now with a 1-0 lead. Face-off will come outside of the zone. Says 1:04 now remaining on this Athens power play. Didn't think a minute earlier was quite right. But Athens going to send out Picard, Glukaryov, as well as Kyle Russell and Greco. Can't see who that is on the far side. I have to guess Malik Johnson. They kept the same 5 guys on. It is Malik Johnson over there, wins the face-off backwards, and here comes Athens, 2-on-1. Glukaryov a shot, and that one is swallowed up by the sliding Parker Rutherford. Only took 8 seconds off the clock, brings it to a stop with 12:14 remaining. But a great goal-scoring opportunity there for the Rock Lobsters here on the Paloma Park power play. If the Rock Lobsters score on the Paloma Park power play, fans can unlock $3 tacos at Paloma Park for 24 hours through the Fan Saves app. Back underway. Rock Lobsters trying to even this one back up at 1 after giving up the first goal. All the way back in their own zone with about 40 seconds remaining. It's on the power play. It's Greco. Going to be skated forward from behind his own net by Russell. Hands it off on the far side. That's Glukaryov skating it in and around behind the net. Glukaryov still with possession. Tried to get it back to Russell. Got caught up in the skates of Picard. Glukaryov still with it. All the way across. Greco waiting patiently. The shot towards the back post. Malik Johnson was there, but couldn't get a deflection on it. Russell now with the puck. Over to Greco. Nice spin move to get away from one. Goes down low to Malik Johnson. Johnson surveying. Centers a pass. Could not be converted. And it skates all the way past the stick on the ice of Kyle Russell. And down for Lavalier to try and make a play. Dangerous pass there by Lavalier. Almost turns into something bad there for Athens. Power play is expired, but Athens coming the other way trying to continue their goal-scoring threats. Dashers with an odd man break, but an errant pass will break that up. Lavalier again out of his net, plays a backhander up the near wall. Weisblatt will receive. Here comes Milan right through his legs. And the other way now for Salav. Dangerous play right in front of Parker Rutherford there. Weisblatt with possession of the puck around one. On his knees, he shoots. A backhanded stop there by Rutherford. Puck still loose, being battled for. And it's sent down deep. Milan to the slot, was looking for Weisblatt. Could not get there. And battling for it along the boards, Zinchenko and Weisblatt. Weisblatt still battling for it. 2-on-1 on the near boards. Finally has to poke it back out to the neutral zone where Carter Shinkarik will take possession. Riley Robertson now across the blue line. Milan far side. Has Reller back post. Had to catch it with the skate. He shoots. He scores! Brandon Reller goes the 5-hole route and ties this game at 1 for the Rock Lobsters. Could not have added any better there as Reller comes straight off of the bench and makes an instant impact to tie this game up at 1. Exactly what Athens needed after giving up that shorthanded goal. And with 10-12 remaining here in the first period, we are knotted up at 1 apiece. What a finish there by Reller. Had to take a quick second to control that puck in his skates and then got it to his stick and fired it home. Another quick shot here for Alden as Athens is right back on the attack. Down low, Reller giving chase. Alden in the far corner will have to slide it back up to the point. No, he'll go behind the net. Picard interfered with, no call as he was on his way to the puck. Reller at center ice gets a deflection on it, but it's Danville with possession. They'll move in. A quick shot, and that one's sticked away there by Lavalier. Reller behind his own net, loses possession of the puck. Picard defending, will have to get out to the point, won't get there in time. He'll actually lose an edge. The Dashers fire it towards the net, and it misses wide and goes to the near corner. Still battling for it, and finally it's cleared out of the zone and skated out of the zone by the Rock Lobsters. Quick shot on net again. That one's patted away as Alden collects the rebound. Nice job by Rutherford on the quick rush. Malik Johnson in behind the net battling for the puck. Still trying to battle for it. He'll get there. Has body positioning. Slammed up against the boards. Goes down and onto the ice. Virgili struggled to keep it in, and he could not do so. And the Rock Lobsters and Greco will go back forward. Gallant on the far side. Skates in. Now towards the middle. Gallant, he'll shoot. That one threw a mountain of bodies in front of the net, unable to get through, and rolls into the corner. Now it's Virgili. Skating around the net, has Kyle Russell at the point. If he elects to use him, he won't. He'll end up turning backwards. Coming out to help will be Gallant. Fires one around. Malik Johnson with the puck in the far corner. Goes up to the point. It's Greco. He'll rip one towards the net. Deflected and stopped. Another chance here for Athens as Rutherford is out of the net. Puck still loose, being battled for. Nobody can come away with it. Finally, Danville does. Greco chips it back in, keeps the pressure on here for Athens. Virgili will join in before Danville sends that one all the way down the length of the ice for an icing call with 18:13 remaining in the first period. That will be it for now. 18:14 remaining, tied up at 1, the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers.
Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Meet our professional team, where the best customer service is our promise. With over 5 decades of expertise, trust Stanfield to keep you comfortable. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now.
Rock Lobsters and the Dashers tied at 1. I see everybody in the chat saying there's already been 2 fights in the USA-Canada game. A little bit jealous that aren't getting the chance to watch it, but instead we're getting a chance to watch the Rock Lobsters try and take the lead here after going down 1-0, have gotten the chance to tie it up at 1, and now a chance to take the lead with puck in the offensive zone. In front, it's Milan. Centers a pass for Glukariov. His shot. Don't think Rutherford actually saw that, but did save it, and it bounced to the corner. Getting the rebound was Weisblatt. He'll spin away. He'll go behind the blue line. Weisblatt leaves it for Milan. Has Robertson at the point. Will elect to use him. Robertson, pass deflected. Shot pass that was. And Weisblatt in the slot. He couldn't fire one towards the net. Gets taken down in the corner as he was going for the puck. Physical game out there right now between the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers. Puck still being battled for. Glukariov came away with it. Centering pass gets taken away. And another Rock Lobster goes down. It's the same spot last night we were seeing players fall all over the place. And a quick shot on net. Lavalieri sharp on the save. Dashers get the rebound. They'll send it back to the point. Trying to settle it was Brazen. He could not do so. Dashers reset, send the puck into the Athens zone, but it's quickly chipped the other way. Athens giving chase Ronan in there, along with Reller and Picard. That line on the ice right now. Ronan loses possession of it, still trying to get it right back. He takes a player down again, no penalty called. Puck off the referee's skates and an offside called on Danville as they had a quick 2-on-1 opportunity building. .6:47 remaining here in the first period. Rock Lobsters, again, trying to win their 8th straight. We'll keep echoing that throughout the night in what has been a great first season in the FPHL for Athens, led by Steve Martinson. Garcia chips it in, gives chase on his own. Picard covering for him at the point. Will take it at neutral ice and turn back up ice, dump it in, but can't get it much further past the blue line. Danville clears it back further. They'll skate it around. Behind the net they go. Miettinen down deep, battling with Garcia on the near boards. It'll be Kolatarski trying to chip it out. Dangerous pass in front, not dealt with by Athens. It's sent towards the net and goes wide. Zinchenko with the puck, chips it towards the net. There's a man all alone right in front. Could not control it as it was bouncing towards Lavalieri. He pushes it away. Another puck sent towards the net. Not dealt with again by Athens. They'll clear it up the far side boards, but it's not able to get out of the zone. Garcia will get the clearing attempt and doesn't go all the way down the ice. Couple Athens players are going to be able to change. As the Gallant line comes on, Malik Johnson across the blue line. Needs some help. Will have it. And Gallant skates behind the net, battling for the puck behind Parker Rutherford. Gallant gets a stick lifted. Poked over towards the neutral zone by the Dashers, and back the other way we go with Athens. Gallant directing traffic towards the net. Malik Johnson in the high slot. Couldn't fire a shot. Kyle Russell over on the far side. A quick shot, and that one is stopped by Rutherford with 5:06 remaining in period number 1. Rutherford been big here so far. Rutherford made 29 saves and allowed 5 goals against the Hat Tricks. Was pulled in the second period in his last start. Only allowed 1 here tonight. Greco back in his own zone. Skating away from one, ends up losing possession, takes down a dasher with him. A centering shot, they shoot. Oh, cannot find the net. It ends up being a miss on what was a wide open opportunity there for the Dashers. Blake Johnson giving chase. Athens with an opportunity if they can break. Here they come down the ice. That was Gallant. Could not get free. Virgili now in the corner with possession of the puck. Skates it up the near boards. Virgili leaves it off for Kyle Russell. They switch spots. He sends one towards the net. It's in. No, it's not. Malik Johnson was celebrating. Thought he had a goal. Did not. Athens lose the puck. Kyle Russell thought he maybe had a goal. Malik Johnson the same, but referee says no. Johnson was the only one thought it was in. Maybe it was, but it was not. Nonetheless, we remain tied here in the first period. Glukaryov with the takeaway at center ice. Slinger will send it in. Lavalier clearing attempt up the boards, not out of the zone. Not a great one. Sliding effort, a quick shot towards the net, and that one steered away by Lavalier. I think he got a stick on that one to deflect it wide. Athens leaving a couple Dashers in front here all alone. And what a move. Down the ice, a quick shot and a save. Another shot and they score. Glukaryov on the follow-up attempt on the original shot from Virgili gives Athens a 2-1 advantage. That was Garrett Milan, who had that original shot. And Glukaryov was ready to be there to put the puck in the back of the net. And again, gives Athens a 2-1 lead with 3:37 remaining in this first period. Exactly what the Rock Lobsters needed as this first period comes down to a close. A lot of scoring in the last couple first periods here for Athens. Scored 4 on Wednesday night in the first, another 2 in the first period last night, and 2 more here in the first period tonight. Fisher with the quick shot over the blue line. He'll shoot, but it's stopped quickly by Lavalier. We'll step aside here with the Rock Lobsters, leading by 1 here in Danville.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
Back here in Danville, the Dashers trailing the Rock Lobsters by 1 as Athens gets a go-ahead goal from Daniil Glukaryov following up a juicy rebound given up by Parker Rutherford on the original Garrett Milan shot. 2-1 lead here for the Rock Lobsters as they win their own defensive zone draw. Chipped out but kept in nicely by Brazen. He'll keep the attack on. Brazen in the corner. Takes a hit there from Hunter Alden. Picard on the near boards will send it forward for Reller, who has to give chase to it in the Danville zone. Still giving chase now all the way in the corner. He gets some help. Alden comes away with the puck, slides it towards the point where Carter Shinkarik has it. Alden with a nice spin move pass, and it's into the glove there of Rutherford. Tried a little bit of trickery there, did Hunter Alden, and a stoppage of play with 2:50 remaining in this first period. Hunter Alden working his first pro hockey job. Had an assist versus Columbus earlier on this week. Assistant on the Reller goal on Wednesday night. Back underway here. Face-off controlled by the Dashers. Up the far side boards. They try and get it out. Won't be able to do so. Gore will have to play catch with his own defenseman. Glukaryov takes it in the neutral zone and will work his way back in. Riley Robertson all the way around behind the net. Milan with possession of the puck at the side of it. Centers a pass. Gets deflected right back to him. Lost an edge. And Danville will take it the other way. Here come the the Dashers, and a player goes down, and a near goal-scoring opportunity on a wide-open net that ends up going into the netting. And 2:12 remaining, the Rock Lobsters going to be going back on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. We'll see who that penalty is on once we get the confirmation on it. Just to update the scoring summary so far, that first goal shorthanded by Blake Sewardson, unassisted. That gave Danville the 1-0 lead. The other goal assisted by Milan and Riley Robertson. And then the Glukaryov goal, the assist to Weisblatt and Milan. That's your scoring summary with the Dashers. Again, still trailing by 1. Going to try and pull one back here before the end of the period. 2:12 remaining. Face-off is won by the Dashers. They'll work it back up to the point, but it gets away from the defenseman and rolls all the way back down to the ice where Rutherford will take control of it and slow things down. They'll skate forward finally, will they? Rothy all the way down deep. Lavalier will try and get it out of the zone. Tried to go high off the glass, but couldn't get it past the defender down deep for Danville, rather the attacker. Shinkarik pressuring on the far boards. Milan will come in and help. He'll try and clear it out of the zone. Will do so after getting deflected off of a dasher, and they're going to call that a hand pass because of the deflection of him trying to stop it. And then it was touched by another dasher, so that face-off going to come out of the Athens end and going to be directly at center ice. 96 seconds remaining here in this first period. 1:23 remaining on the power play for the Dashers. Rock Lobsters on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill for the second time this evening. Face-off won backwards by Virgili. He beats Murphy in the draw. Sent all the way down the ice. Will rather stop the blue line of the Dashers. Big hit by Virgili right in front of the Rock Lobster bench. Danville going to elect to take some momentum. Here's Rothy up the ice. O'Reilly dumps it in. Lavalier sends it around. Again, the clearing attempt not going to be able to get out of the zone. Shinkarik will send it all the way around. That one does come out of the zone. And with 1:06 remaining, the Dashers going to have an offensive zone, or rather a face-off come right outside of the Athens end. Virgili back in on the face-off. He'll win it. And Kolatarsi dumps it all the way down. We'll get behind the goal line, and that's where Rothy will pick it up for the Dashers, and we'll skate it forward. He hands off the pass to O'Reilly. Horn on the far side. Skates his way in, gets caught up in the referee's skates, which allowed Athens a chance to clear. We're unable to do so. The second attempt goes off the butt of Malik Johnson and comes out to the neutral zone. 35 seconds remaining here in this first period. A wind-up shot over the net after the second hand opportunity will stop play with 31 seconds remaining in the first period. 19 seconds on the Dasher power play. Trying to be better on the power play are the Dashers. Were able to convert once last night. Currently being outshot right now by the Rock Lobsters, 15-5. But do have a goal to show for it. Quick shot, Rothy. Couldn't control it, had it land in his skates. Sends the puck down deep. Both teams battling for it. Horn will send it around. Kolatarsi, the clearing attempt, does not work. 3-2-1 on the power play. That will do it. The Rock Lobsters successful again, and they're going to have an opportunity with Milan, but they're going to call him for offsides right as he was about to pull the trigger on that shot. So with 7 seconds remaining in this first period, face-off coming on the outside of the Dasher zone. We saw Athens last night successful 2 times getting 2 deflection goals. Would have been big if it was a defensive, or rather offensive zone draw. But will not be able to get it. We'll have to work quickly here with Milan, Weisblatt, and Glukaryov, Greco, and Shinkarik, the 2 defensemen. Face-off one backwards. Shinkarik will dump it in. And as time ticks away, that will do it for the end of the first period as the Rock Lobsters take a 2-1 advantage into the intermission break. A big 2 goals. First one coming off the stick of Brandon Reller. Got this one tied. Had to control it with the puck in his skates. Got it into his stick. Went 5-hole. And then Glukaryov, a second chance opportunity, able to score and give Athens a 2-1 advantage. Know we've been playing the same interviews all week. Haven't got a chance to get some new ones. So if you get the chance, or you haven't had a chance to hear head coach Steve Martinson this week, get a chance to tune in now and hear what he had to say before the Columbus game earlier this week.
Mattine Rad back with another Rock Lobster Coach's Corner in between 2 Wednesday night contests against the Columbus River Dragons. The first of those 2 games went to the good guys as the Rock Lobsters defeated Columbus 6-3. I'm joined, as always, with my guest, Steve Martinson. Coach Marty, that night started out, I'm sure, with some frustration on your part. A 2-hour delay takes the puck drop to around 9 o'clock, and yet it takes just a minute for your boys to find the back of the net. When you're already in the building, what do those delays look like from your perspective in the locker room? And what are you and the boys having to do to stay fresh and focused?
Well, I mean, the good thing is we knew early it was going to be delayed because their bus broke down at like 2:00. So the guys were told to come to the rink an hour later, which, made an advantage for us. What's bad about it is your home crowd. You get people that aren't coming to the game now because they don't know when it's going to start. They don't know when it's going to be over. So that's the real hurtful part. But it's to our advantage when something like that happens from our players because they're in their locker room. They're comfortable and doing all kinds of different little things. And the other guys are, in a van and they're in the van down by the river. No, that's a bad joke. But no, they got to run around and get here. And then, we gave them a half an hour to get ready and get on the ice because we got to get the game going. I think they took a little bit longer. It was supposed to be a half hour, but I think they took like 40 minutes.
That first goal is just a great passage of play between your first line, Daniil Glukaryov, Orca Weisblatt, and Garrett Milan. It really feels like those are three different characters with different styles, but it really feels like they're meshing together really well right now as well. What do you think, what elements of those three play gives that line good chemistry?
Well, to start, they can all skate, and they're all strong guys and they're all physical. They all finish their checks. So not only do they provide a lot of offense, they play against the other team's first line just about game in and game out. So, they're also playing against the other team's best players. But they're just real complete players. None of them really have any, they're not missing anything. Sometimes you have a line where, one guy's maybe not good in front of the net or doesn't like to be in front of the net or is not good in the corner or maybe lacking speed or size or whatever. But that line kind of has it also. I'm not surprised that it's doing well. It should do well. They have everything you need.
We saw on the broadcast last Wednesday, it seemed apparent that Rosie was moving a bit gingerly. He's obviously the hot hand at the minute as he's the league's goalie of the month for January, but is he nursing any kind of knock right now?
Well, he did. He had a little bit of he was a little bit stiff on his ankle during the game. He got bumped into but it's nothing that's keeping him out from playing now. He should be 100% today. We haven't been on the ice yet today. It's we had a weekend off, so some of the guys that went out of town are traveling back. So he should be 100% today.
Garrett Milan, the reigning FPHL player of the month, and he is within striking distance of the top scoring spot in this league behind Binghamton's Tyson Kirkby. I'm sure that Millsy's potential to do something like this, what he's doing right now, is the biggest reason why you signed him. But has there been anything, his level, his consistency, his leadership, that has surprised you so far this season?
Not really. Once I saw him play, you know what I mean? It's not like I'd seen him play a lot, but, once I saw him and the type of game that he can play. And I love puck carrying teams. I mean, that's what I think it's the most fun to play. It's the most enjoyable to watch. And he's a puck carrier. He's a good skater, really good skater. And he can turn. The only way you can possess the puck in the offensive zone is you've got to be able to maneuver with speed. And you've got to be able to cut back and it's called a good outside edge push to escape players and guys that can't do that, guys that have just straight out speed but don't have that in tight cornering stop and you see in the NHL that's really big now. But that's the only way you could have puck possession in the offensive zone and on our team, Garrett, he's at the top of the food chain and being able to do that.
It looks like we set up Kaysen Gallant perfectly with our talks about him last week. 2 power play goals for that young man, and now he's tied for 3rd in power play goals in this league. You've told me before that the organization is trying to do, or what they're trying to do here is win and also help players find the next level. When you look into the crystal ball, what kind of future do you see for Case?
Well, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him, and right now he's still developing his game because you've seen it like we talked about. I think he's the most improved player on the team. But I also think that he's one of the most serious guys and when it comes to, his hockey and getting better and, sometimes players come from different levels and different programs and you don't really know what they've either been taught or been asked to be, to learn or what the expectations are. So, here it's the first time I really had a team that nobody ever played for me. So, usually you have a few guys that can help lead the way. So, yeah, I mean, Collins just a lot of fun. He's got a smile on his face all the time. Although he's unhappy if he's not doing well, if the team's not doing well, but fortunately that doesn't happen very often. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's just going to keep filling it at a higher pace as the season goes on.
Your team executed excellently Wednesday, but there was also an element where Columbus looked really flat at certain points of the game. You've played this team a ton already. In your opinion, how much did their travels to Binghamton and that broken down bus ride to Athens contribute to their lack of cohesion?
Well, I mean, it's gonna play in. I mean, you talk about trying to not have it play in, but what I didn't like about the game is we gave them, we were bad. We were weak defensively on all three of their goals. I mean, just weak. The last one was really painful to watch. Guys swinging to the zone, a couple of guys, dealing with more out at the blue line, more knocks down Reller, and Portillo stops and starts getting into a pushing thing, and the play's going on. And then one of our defensemen goes down. And if you go down and you don't get the puck, then you're like a turtle on your back, and that's exactly what he was. And we did it against the other team's first line. So I really didn't like that last play. We had a defenseman run out of position on the second goal, and the first one, their big guy just came right to the front of the net. We just let him hammer the puck away. Nobody paid attention to him. So we were weak defensively on those goals. But going back to their team, yeah, I don't spend a lot of time. I think they have a hard time with our speed. I think some of the defensemen struggle against our speed, and that's what we want to do, is continue to work on playing at a really fast pace.
I'm not sure if you knew this or not. You might have seen over on their bench that something wasn't normal. Columbus was also without their head coach, Jerome Bouchard. I believe he was sick with the flu, which is going around right now. How hard can it be for a team that gets set without the go-to?
I never noticed that. I never noticed that he wasn't on the bench. I'm just
I believe one of the players.
He had a medical issue. It wasn't a flu. So I was told ahead of time that he wasn't going to be there, and they asked me to help with the roster if anything to do with the lineup card, because like me, they don't have a full-time assistant coach. So they have players that do it. So yeah, my understanding he's okay. He's had some yeah, so he's good to go, and I'm sure he's back in the lineup now, or he's back on the bench now.
The River Dragons then got to go back home to Columbus, which I'm sure was a sight for sore eyes for them. They had 2 dominant wins against Mississippi. Obviously, the Seawolves have had their own issues this year, but nevertheless, are you expecting a different-looking Columbus team from last Wednesday?
Well, whether they'll be flat or not, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm just looking at make sure, like, we had the weekend off. And when you do that, you just can't take things for granted. We've been rolling pretty good, and we got to make sure we have a good practice today, good practice tomorrow, make sure that, our tempo is there. We're, guys appreciate the break, but now it's time to get back to work. We just got to make sure we're skating.
Speaking of Columbus, you've picked up one of their old netminders, and someone I know River Dragon fans really liked. William Lavaliere joins the Rock Lobsters. What made the goaltender position one that you wanted to strengthen, and how do you think Willie does that?
Well, he brings us the most experience, and we've got some young goalies, and we had Best here, and then Dominic, and the only issue with that is when you're looking, we're playing for all the marbles, and if a situation comes up where you don't have to take maybe as much of a chance on a, especially a key position like goaltending. And when Willie became available, to me, it was like, okay, you got to do this. And whether the young goalies could be just as good or not, to me, maybe that's something that then you're dealing with, the advantage of having a younger team and all that. But it's a key position, and you lose goalies in this league either to injury, and sometimes you lose them to the ECHL or whatever. So we lost a goalie to Peoria, so it was something that I didn't want to take for granted. And when I found out that he was going to be available, I just had to sign him.
In other news, Justin Portillo loaned to the Cincinnati Cyclones for his second ever foray into the ECHL. Big opportunity for Ports back in the coast in his home state. I was wondering, Ports had that fight against Shaheen a week and a half ago that went semi-viral in the hockey community. For a player of Ports' profile, do you know if that played any part in his move up?
I would think so. I mean, they're bringing him in for toughness. They had an issue on the weekend, and coach didn't like the way the team responded and wanted to get somebody that, that he could count on to play a certain style. So, but, when you have good fights, it gets around, and sometimes that's how people find out about you. And I remember one year I had talked to Glenn Sather in the summertime, and I had an offer from the Flyers and an offer from Edmonton. And Edmonton told me, he says, we never heard about you until today. And, if you can fight, you can make, we have a spot here. And so sometimes people find out through certain, word of mouth, or now it's all video, and then opportunity arises.
After Columbus, your attention turns to the Dashers Hockey Club. As we speak, their losing streak stands at 30 games, and it is the longest in pro hockey history. We've played them twice in Danville this season. What are your thoughts on that whole situation over there?
Well, the reality, they weren't given much of an opportunity to have success. They have a small staff. They're understaffed. And to be able to, it isn't like it's a market that's had a lot of success. It's not in a warm climate. So it doesn't really have a lot of things that, like you look at Binghamton, they used to have an American League, team there. They got a fabulous locker room. They got a weight room. It's in a hockey area, in a hockey town, in same port. So everybody has their little bit of advantages, and I'm not sure they have a lot there. So, you need to get somebody in there that has, recruiting, background, and because it's a harder sell. I coached in Elmira, New York, and the ECHL, and people that have never had to recruit to those type of areas, they don't really know what it's like. They have no idea what it's like. And I saw a coach go from Florida, where everybody calls you, and then he was in Iowa and they were in last place, and he wasn't used to having recruiting and the work that you go into it. So I don't think that organization has been given much of a chance, to have success. And they're probably happy that we're coming back because we're the only team that they beat. But, I think the next night we beat them 10-2. We had like 60 shots on goal the night that I've never seen a goalie stand on his head and get more help from posts. And we hit him in the forehead a couple of times. So we're going to go in there to get 9 points. So that game that we had before is not happening again.
And Coach, I hate to finish it off with a cheesy question. I'm sure you'll bust my chops about it later, but coming up is Valentine's Day, and someone that we haven't had a chance to talk about is the person that you've spent the most of your years celebrating Valentine's Day with, your wife, Michelle, and she's been a big part of the organization thus far, helping out on the merchandise side. And I was curious what the beginning of this journey has been like, taking it with your wife, and just how great it's been to have her on this journey with you thus far.
Well, it was tough for a while because we were working on the team store. It was at our apartment. And, it was okay. I said I had a joke because when it was at our house, we had the team store at our house, but we got a big house. When we were at the apartment, we're living in the team store. So that part of it was getting a little bit dicey. And then I was a free employee for it. And I'm like, I'm working overtime here all the time. And still, we enjoy working together. And she'll ask me about hats and, which hat I like. And I'm like, it's like that puzzle that you have to find a little bit of difference between. And so sometimes I get a little bit, I spend more time on that store than maybe I shouldn't say that, is not as much as I used to. But what really gets her is when I'm not around the players. And then, because I've always been kind of somebody that likes to tease people. And my mom used to say, you can't tease a teaser, because I always tell people I can dish it out, but I don't take it very well. But she likes it when I'm coaching and the players are around, because she thinks that I lay off of her a little bit and just tease the players. So that's my inside story on that.
Well, thanks for entertaining me with that question, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time today. The River Dragons and then the Dashers coming up for the Rock Lobsters. I'll see you next time, Coach.
Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now.
Meet our professional team, where the best customer service is our promise. With over 5 decades of expertise, trust Stanfield to keep you comfortable. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Every business owner who's built a business wonders about their company's legacy. What's the path forward after they decide to take a step back? At the heart of every succession plan is a vision that safeguards hard-earned success. This isn't just paperwork. It's your roadmap, guiding a business during a change in ownership and detailing how ownership transitions and key financial decisions unfold. This instills a profound sense of pride, belonging, innovation, and commitment, ensuring a stable future for the company and a rewarding exit for you. Let's forge that path together.
Teams back out onto the ice for the second period as the Rock Lobsters take a 2-1 lead into the second. Goal scoring summary here, as you'll see it pop up on your screen. It was a shorthanded goal from Blake Sewardson for the Dashers, scoring his 7th of the year to get the scoring started. Athens fell behind, but 2 unanswered goals. First, Brandon Reller scoring his 5th of the season, then Glukaryov getting his 9th of the year to give Athens a 2-1 lead. The Rock Lobsters, at the end of that first period, currently out shooting the Danville Dashers by 15-5. Athens with a massive shot total last night, 47 shots compared to the Dashers' 28. The Dashers, before playing Athens last night, had given up 112 shots in their 2 games versus the Danbury Hat Tricks. See the numbers on the power play tonight for both teams. Athens 0 for 1, but have defended the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill very well, 0 for 2. Going to be looking for the Paloma Park power play to get going as it has the last couple games. Getting ready to get back underway. Teams back onto the ice, as we just mentioned. Teams will switch ends as well. Puck is going to be dropped, and we are underway for period number 2, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Quick turnover and an opportunity here. A quick shot, and it's turned away nicely by Lavalier. Athens will come the other way. It's Weisblatt across the blue line. He gets met there. Glukaryov lost possession. It's poked out at the blue line. Shinkarik was there. Robertson will have to give chase in his own end. Lavalier wearing the number 30 tonight. Gonna shoot all the way across the rink, did that puck for a stoppage of play. 19:28 remaining. Faceoff should stay and the Rock Lobster end. The Lavalier wore 32 on Wednesday night in his first start with the Rock Lobsters, wearing number 30 here tonight. Again, came over from Columbus earlier on in the year. Also played in the French 3rd Division in 2021 and 22, did William Lavalier. Puck is dropped. Face-off one backwards to the Rock Lobsters. Reller had to give chase at the Dasher blue line, but it gets turned over, and Danville quickly the other way, but an offsides will stop play. A couple quick whistles here in this second period, just 19-19 remaining. Only 41 seconds ticked off of the clock. It'll be the Alden-Reller line along with Picard over there on that far side on the right wing. Next goal is going to be crucial for either side. Athens a chance to take a 2-goal advantage, but if Danville does score, tie it up at 2, create a similar deadlock like we had last night. Picard gets the turnover, will skate it towards the net, down low to the corner, throws one towards the cage, but it gets knocked away. And dumping it all the way down the ice and giving chase will be the Rock Lobsters. Garcia around to Picard, who was waiting for it, tried to chip it out and will do so, just barely. And it's a turnover by Alden. Reller in the slot waiting, has Picard trailing, waits for the pass, he shoots, he scores! The Rock Lobsters have their third, and guess who again? It's Brandon Reller. His 6th goal of the season, 3rd goal in the last 2 games. Reller with 2 tonight gives Athens the 3-1 lead. Great patience there by Hunter Alden. Had Picard streaking in from the high slot, elected to wait until Rutherford had fully committed to Alden, who had the puck, and he slid it over to Reller, who had the wide open cage, and the Rock Lobsters get their claws up again and score their 3rd of the evening. Puck all the way down. Going to be stopped for an icing call with 18:29 remaining in this second period. But the Rock Lobsters, courtesy of Brandon Reller, now a 2-goal cushion, looking to win their 8th consecutive game. Going to be a face-off here with Horn on the right face-off circle. Face-off going to be to the left of Lavalier. And going to be a warning issued on the Athens side. Puck is back dropped, and Kyle Russell behind the goal line will slide it all the way across. Athens will break it out nice and easy. Malik Johnson skating down towards the middle, has Gallant with the puck. He gets taken down in the corner. Might have lost an edge, still picks the puck back up. Slides it over to Greco, another shot on net. And that one is going to be stopped for a whistle and an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Rock Lobsters. Rutherford trying not to give up anymore, giving up 3 already. Now 8 goals given up in his last 2 starts. Got pulled in the second period in his last start versus the Hat Tricks. Picard in on the draw. Will try and win it to the corner. I believe that was Danville, the center, who was able to win that face-off. Battling for it is Malik Johnson in this near corner. He'll spin backwards. Has Greco at the point. That's where he goes. Greco, a long shot towards the frame. It gets bounced around. Gallant had a chance in the slot to put it home again. He could not do so. Another one-time opportunity for Greco at the point. He can't get that one on net. Still being battled for behind the goal line. Virgili will take it. Has Malik Johnson straight skating in. Virgili will hand it off to Johnson. Greco catches the pass on his backhand. He shoots one towards the net, and it's saved by Rutherford. Athens peppering on the attack here. Virgili covering at the point for Russell, who's pinched and won't be able to keep it in. Will send Greco all the way back in his own zone to chase. Trying to run off one Danville attacker, won't be able to do so, but Russell back checking, able to poke that puck away. Hands it off to Virgili, who skates his way up the ice, and thought we maybe had an offsides call. Does not get called. Great one-handed effort there by Malik Johnson, and just barely escaping the offsides was Hunter Alden. 2 players on the ice on that far corner. Malik Johnson, one of them. Gallant over to Johnson, who slides it back to the point. A shot deflected off the right shoulder of Rutherford. Another chance here as Greco fires one towards the net, and that one misses wide. Alden giving chase. Greco will step in from the point to chase as well. Fires another puck towards the net. That one gets deflected away. Danville will be able to clear it out of the zone with 16:40 remaining here in this second period. The Reller line back on. Brandon Reller looking for a hat trick here tonight. Already has 2. Scored the first and the third goal here for Athens. Niettinen clears the puck out. Will go all the way across for Kolatarsi, who didn't want to dump it all the way in as he wasn't across the red line. Reller's shot sticked away by Rutherford. Sent back down deep. All the way around it will come to Ronan. He'll slide it up for Kolatarsi. Whips one towards the cage. A shot. And that one's going to be stopped and held on to by Parker Rutherford. With 16:08 left in this second period, the Rock Lobsters firing on all cylinders right now. 15 shots in the first period, already 6 here in the second, less than 4 minutes in, compared to the Dashers 1 in this second period. Face-off is lost by Picard, but Athens again on the attack. Danville not going to be able to clear that out of the zone. They'll skate with it. Reller, a quick shot towards the net. That one is saved nicely by Rutherford. Kept alive by Athens. Reller down deep, giving chase. Picard. Excuse me, that's not Picard. That is Hunter Alden, I believe, down there. Maybe, no, that was Picard. Hard to see the numbers right there. All the way back behind. It'll be Alden who picks it up. Reller waiting in the slot. Won't get the pass. Ronan almost loses an edge. Picard with the puck behind the net. Gets knocked away. And Danville, after a couple of scary minutes, finally able to escape the zone and get a line change. 15:20 remaining here in this second period, with Athens continuing to pressure this team, the Danville team. And a face-off upcoming right outside the Rock Lobster end. See Milan on the face-off. He'll win it nice and easy back to Riley Robertson. Slides it over to Shinkarik. Cross-ice pass intended for Weisblatt. He could not handle it, but still battling for it behind the goal line. Klukaryov in there as well. Puck being batted around behind the net. Finally comes along the near boards. Gets around Shinkarik. A quick centering pass, a shot. And I don't know if Lavalier got a piece of that, but a good goal-scoring opportunity. Quickly, it's Athens the other way. Milan, a shot, a pass across. Klukaryov could not control it. Robertson, one-timer from the point. That one gets blocked before it sees Rutherford. And Athens now on the back check, having to defend. Nice play there by Riley Robertson to not allow the Danville Dasher to get around him. Weisblatt in the offensive zone, it gets pickpocketed. But the Dashers still unable to clear the zone. It's Picard at center ice. We'll pass it backwards. Athens will reset. It's Virgili now. Virgili leaves it for Gallant. Gallant circling, waiting, all the way around behind the net. Centering pass for Johnson, and he didn't get all he wanted on that one. Another chance here. Shinkarik had to avoid Gallant before ripping the shot. Finally comes to Gallant, but an awkward angle, and Danville able to escape there again. It's been all Athens here in the first 6 minutes of this one. Athens with some golden opportunities have already converted on one from Reller. Now a chance for the Dashers. Could not convert as that one missed the stick of the Dashers skating in from center ice. Russell behind the goal will feed it up the ice. Intended for Malik Johnson. That one will go down the length of it, and that will be an icing call. With 13:38 remaining in the second period, the Rock Lobsters leading by 2 here on the Rock Lobster Network.
Every business owner who's built a business wonders about their company's legacy. What's the path forward after they decide to take a step back? At the heart of every succession plan is a vision that safeguards hard-earned success. This isn't just paperwork. It's your roadmap, guiding a business during a change in ownership and detailing how ownership transitions and key financial decisions unfold. This instills a profound sense of pride, belonging, innovation, and commitment, ensuring a stable future for the company and a rewarding exit for you. Let's forge that path together.
Farmburger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea: redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now.
Back here in the second period, 13:38 remaining, and we are back underway. The Rock Lobsters leading the Dashers by 2. Malik Johnson skates it in to the Dasher zone. Gallant will give chase as well. Sends the puck all the way around, and Kyle Russell will step in to pinch from his defensive position at the point. Dasher is going to be able to skate it forward. Prexler. A shot from the left side. That one turned away nicely by Lavalier. Quickly hurried ahead for Malik Johnson, but he could not get that pass. Would have had a clean look on net. Russell being pressured. Gallant on the far boards, unable to catch up to it, but it does clear the zone. Dasher's going to elect to reset. A Dasher gets dumped at center ice. No penalty call. All the way back in their own end. Again, Danville will try and reset. It's been all Rock Lobsters here in this second period. Seawartson a quick shot, and that one's going to be swallowed up nicely by Lavalier, using his big shell to stop that puck. 12:38 remaining in this second period. 4-2-0 is Lavalier on this season. Looking for win number 5. Again, came over from Columbus earlier this year. Only his second appearance with the Rock Lobsters. Hasn't had to turn away many shots. 8 saves on 9 total shots from this Danville team. Another shot, that one towards the net. Not sure if Lavalier got a piece of it or not. Athens takes control, skates it up the center of the ice with Hunter Alden. He works his way forward. Alden on the left side for Ronan. It escapes Parker Rutherford. He'll try and center another pass, but gets it right back. Top of the point, Garcia throws one towards the net. That one gets deflected. Does not get to the net front. And Danville an easy clearing opportunity. Garcia again. Leaves it for Colatarsi. And on the near boards, Alden. Ronan tried to take it away from him and skated up the ice, but it was a turnover and a dangerous opportunity there for Danville, but nicely defended by Athens. Picard can't reel in a pass there. Catches the lineman. Doesn't go any deeper. Athens unable to clear it, and Danville will dump it all the way in and around here on the near boards. Colatarsi pokes it ahead. Ronan trying to clear it out, loses possession. Alden tries to do the same, but coming away with it are the Dashers. Another shot, and that one will force a save from the right pad of Lavalier. Colatarsi defending behind, a quick shot, and another save by Lavalier. So Danville's turn to start some attacking pressure, and 2 quick shots nicely turned away. Athens the other way with Picard. He gets pickpocketed as he was entering the zone. Danville will turn back. Rock Lobster's going to make a change and bring on their top line. Actually, we're seeing a different line combination here with Reller on with Weisblatt and I believe Milan. And here comes Milan up the ice, down the left side, leaves it for Reller, a quick shot, he scores! He completes the hat trick! Brandon Reller, it only took 2 periods for him to find 4 goals and give Athens a 3-goal advantage. No wonder they put him on that top line. Steve Martinson, coaching to perfection, gets a great opportunity on the pass from Milan, and Brandon Reller completes his hat trick with 10 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the second period. Trying to go forward again. Milan loses the face-off, but almost had possession of it at center ice. Danville will come the other way, but Milan pushes it forward. Weisblatt leaves it on the drop pass there for Milan. He couldn't pick it up. Danville will quickly skate it the other way. Quick shot over, and that one misses just to the right there of Lavalier. Another quick shot towards the net. That one into the far corner. Danville trying to get one back before the end of this period. They got 10 minutes to do so. Right now, find themselves in a 3-goal hole. Deflected out of the zone. Weisblatt with some tired legs will skate it forward. Reller comes off for a change. Weisblatt will dump it in and around for a fresh Malik Johnson. He'll throw it cross ice. Nobody there. Kyle Russell fresh on as the defenseman will have to skate backwards in order to defend. Malik Johnson lays on a hit. Greco behind his own net. As both teams continue to make line changes, we'll be patient. Russell will skate it forward. Has to avoid one, does so nicely. Gallant giving chase. Malik Johnson had it in center ice. Russell took it off of his hands. And now the Athens Rock Lobsters come the other way with Virgili. Over to Malik Johnson. That pass from Gallant did not get over there. He had a man go head over heels, but quickly it's the Dashers the other way. A quick shot. And that was dangerous there for Greco as he lost an edge. That shot came right at his chest. Good to see him back up and okay. Virgili with Malik Johnson cutting towards the net. Another chance and another goal. The Rock Lobsters have 5 and are piling on the Danville Dashers here tonight. Exactly what Athens needed after a scary game last night, not leaving anything to chance here tonight. They lead by 4 here in the second. Can only contain them for so long before they break open a game. There's a reason that they're second in the Continental with a handful of games in hand on other teams, and Athens showing you why right now, piling it on the Danville Dashers. Saw someone in the chat during the first intermission say, I hope this second period isn't as boring as it was last night. And I can tell you that it is not. A hat trick for Brandon Reller and Malik Johnson with the 5th Athens goal. 3 goals in this second period for the Rock Lobsters. Continuing the pressure here, but a turnover has Danville going the other way. Alden to forward, playing defense. Quick pass the other way. That one is shot but deflected up and out of play. And we will step aside. The Rock Lobsters have blown this game wide open. They lead 5-1 here in the second period.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Back here in Danville, Illinois, where the Dashers trail the Athens Rock Lobsters 5-1. Athens 3 goals so far in this second period. And it has been an offensive onslaught as the Rock Lobsters get 2 goals here from Picard in the second, completed the Hattie, and then Malik Johnson with the 5th one. To have us at our 5-1 score here right now, 5 unanswered goals here for Athens in this game. Danville scored the first one shorthanded, and that is all that has gotten by William Lavalier. Continuing the pressure, a turnover. Picard skates it in. Hands off the pass. Alden couldn't get the shot off as it was in his skates, and then another back pass couldn't be pulled off. Danville pushes the puck into the Athens zone. Cross-ice pass intended, I believe, for Gallant. Couldn't get there. Nope, that's Alden. And it's all the way down in the other end. Alden will come off for the change. Ronan will come on along with Glukaryov and Milan. Dumped in by the Dashers. They'll get a partial change. Riley Robertson over to Russell. He'll try and chip it out of the zone, but it's directly turned over. Sent back in deep by the Dashers. Robertson behind the net. Over to Russell. Excuse me, that's Garcia. Back to Robertson. They're playing catch back and forth. Sent forward and nearly kept. No, it is Glukariev. He does have it still, and a quick shot on net. Thinking about playing it fast was Rutherford. Ended up holding on to it, and will get a stoppage of play with 7:38 remaining. Did not think that Glukariev got to that puck in the neutral zone. Really had to reach out for it. Made a nice effort to stay with it and get a shot on net. It'll be Milan here on the draw. 5th consecutive game that Parker Rutherford has allowed 5 goals. Did so against the Hat Tricks, as we talked about earlier, and then here tonight versus the Rock Lobsters. Dashers come the other way. Brazen, a quick shot towards the net, and that one turned away nicely by Lavalier. Robertson pressuring behind the net, comes out to the slot. Dashers drop it off, another quick shot towards the net. Lavalier had to be weary of that one. Danville with some offensive pressure of their own here. Trying to claw its way back into this one. Reller tries to get in front of the shot, and he does so nicely. Blocks it. Another shot attempt. That one is going to get all the way through and going to be covered up by Lavalier with 6:54 remaining in this second period. The Rock Lobsters still leading by 4. Tell you what, Brandon Reller has been on a tear so far. Came into last night's game with only 3 goals, now 4 goals in his last 2 games. A hat trick here tonight, a goal last night on the deflection off the Greco shot. Helped in Athens' 4-2 win over the Dashers last night. That puck cleared high off the glass all the way down. And the Dashers going to have to retreat and chase. Turned over. Down deep, it'll be Weisblatt. Far corner, skating with it on the backhand, spins away from one. Now another has 2 Dashers on him. Picard will come over to give him some help. But the Dashers, again, going to be able to turn it over and skate the other way. Prexler on the attack against Greco, who sends it up the boards for Weisblatt. Poked out by Russell, but couldn't get it much further than his own blue line before it's turned over again. Gore sent one all the way down the ice. Lavalier had to be careful. Not sure he knew that there was a Dasher right on his tail. Prexler, low slot, another quick shot, and they score! A tough angle shot there for the Dashers, but they are able to bring one back here in the second period. Trying to see a number on who that is that scored there for the Dashers. But nonetheless, the Dashers cut the deficit to 3. Could be a big goal if they maybe get one more, try and start some momentum. But with 5:59 remaining, a 3-goal advantage here for the Rock Lobsters. Going to try and get it back to a 4-goal advantage. Garcia chips it into the offensive zone. Danville will reset behind their own net. Chipping it around one. Dasher is able to clear the zone, but right back in the puck goes from Shinkarik, where the Dashers again will reset behind their net. It was Blake Sewardson scoring his second of the game for Danville. He now has 3 goals in his last 2 games, scored in last night's game as well. Got the first tally on the board that ended up tying the game at 1 apiece for Danville last night. Murphy regroups. Brazen slides one over, but it gets intercepted. Gallant with the puck. That slide goes back to Virgili, and he's on the attack. Virgili leaves it for Johnson. Needs some help. Send it all the way around, but it is intercepted behind the net. O'Reilly with the puck, skates it out, but Gallant, right at the blue line of the Dashers, able to knock it down. Bad line change here for Athens. They may get caught out here, but lucky for them, the Dashers were doing the same. So a fresh couple of players onto the ice for both sides. Horn again behind the net. To the point it goes. A Dasher shot can't find its way towards Lavalier. Weisblatt takes a spill. Back into the zone. Horn on the right wing boards. Gets a hit from Glukaryov. Works its way around. Robertson pressuring behind along with Virgili, not allowing that puck to be moved. Great pressure there by Athens. Still being pinned up against the boards in the corner. 4:05 remaining in this second period. Puck comes away. Glukaryov. A pass was intended for Shinkarik, who was skating in from the center. Could not get it as it was in his skates. Lavalier way out of his net to make that save. Another save made by Lavalier. Puck still bouncing around. Lavalier just gets back to his net. And finally, Athens going to be able to clear it out of the zone. Dangerous opportunity there for the Danville Dashers. Haven't had a whistle in a decent amount of time here. Time continuing to tick away. Shinkarik around two, will skate his way in, turns to backward skating, gets around one, has it poked away, centering pass, that one doesn't get back out in front. A rip slap shot there from Glukaryov, but he shatters his stick. Reller comes on in replacement of him. Now it's Milan with the puck. Down low, Shinkarik. Nobody covering at the point right now for Shinkarik. Centering pass, Reller could not control, and the puck is cleared out of the zone. Russell had to make a good defensive play as that is blown for offsides at the Danville blue line with 3:10 remaining in this second period. All right, everybody, take a breath. The Rock Lobsters lead by 3 here against the Danville Dashers and Danville, Illinois.
Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living.
Since 1968, we've been your trusted source for home comfort. From then to now, we've evolved, but our commitment to your comfort remains unchanged. Experience the expertise that only decades of dedicated service can provide. Trust Stanfield. We've been keeping homes comfortable for over 50 years. Your comfort, our legacy. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
Back in Danville, taking a look at the Continental standings, you see what Athens has been able to do. 25 wins on the year, 4 losses, 2 in overtime, 68 points. Struggling to catch up to the Carolina Thunderbirds as they continue to win, but ever so slightly pacing themselves away from the Baton Rouge Zydeco and the Columbus River Dragons. Play back underway. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Puck cleared out here by Danville. It's been pretty much all Athens outside of the one goal that Danville was able to get back on the tough angle scoring opportunity by Blake Sewardson. Another chance here for Danville in front, and it had Lavalier down on his knees. A little bit awkward, left the upper half of the cage open, but the Dashers unable to convert, and that will draw a line change here for the Rock Lobsters. Danville will reset in their own end. Wyzak with the puck, sends it forward, deflects into the zone, and that will go send a bunch of Danville players out for a change. Athens trying to push the pace, send it forward, end up losing possession. Greco sets a nice pick play there for Russell so he can pick it up and dump it out. Virgili with the puck. End around on the near boards. Giving chase will be Malik Johnson. He leaves it, but no Athens Rock Lobster player able there to take control of it. Virgili now with the puck on the far boards. Has Kyle Russell at the point, elects to stop and go back the other way. Virgili behind the net, working with the puck, still gets pushed off of it. Malik Johnson able to come help out. Greco back to Russell. Across they go. Russell slap shot attempt. That one misses the net wide. Bounces back out in front. And the Danville Dashers is going to be able to take control of it, but not able to clear it. Good pinch there by Kyle Russell. Greco loses an edge, and now it's a defender and a forward back playing defense. That's Virgili. He's going to get his stick in the skates there of the Dasher player. And that will send Danville back to the power play which means the Rock Lobsters are going back on the Leslie Jones law, penalty kill. Be good. But if you can't be good and you get caught in the penalty box, call Leslie Jones law. This will be the third opportunity with a man advantage in the game for the Dashers. A high sticking call earlier on Malik Johnson and an interference for Riley Robertson in this game were the first two opportunities. The Rock Lobsters, with 1:23 remaining, are going to try and defend this penalty kill and only have a little bit to kill off in the third. Penned over. High slot, the quick shot. Nice pad save there by Lavalier. Weisblatt, nice deflection at the point, and Milan's going to skate it backwards. Has to be careful. Two Dashers staying back. And Garcia finally will chip it forward all the way down with Milan giving chase. Out of his net was Rutherford to play it. Milan almost was able to pickpocket Rutherford, and he's pressuring the puck all the way down deep. Weisblatt to Milan. They want a short-handed goal, do the Rock Lobsters. And Danville going to be able to pressure that one away. But Athens with some good pressure under a minute to play here in period number 2. Back the other way. It's Horn. A centering pass can't be controlled. Weisblatt gets pickpocketed in the slot. A quick turnaround shot misses the net. And Athens going to try and go the other way and dump it down, which they will do successfully. Danville going to try and reset, get maybe one or two more attacks depending on what happens. Milan able to pass it back to Robertson, who's just going to hold on to it and then rip it down the ice. But it goes all the way down. And with 12 seconds remaining, Danville going to hold behind their net, try and get one more attack going before the end of the period. Quick shot, O'Reilly, one towards the net, and it gets stopped with a second remaining here in the second period. So a dangerous opportunity. It's going to have to be fast here if you're Danville. Almost pushing the puck towards the net and sending everybody at the net. Be curious to see if they pull Rutherford here with under a second left. Doesn't look like they will. But everybody lining up on that left side. Face off is going to be one. The quick shot, and I believe it might have hit the crossbar, but nonetheless, it will end the second period. The Rock Lobsters able to put 3 behind Parker Rutherford in that second period, including 2 from Brandon Reller to complete the hat trick as the Rock Lobsters lead at the end of 2 by a score of 5-2. Again, apologies for the interviews playing on repeat. Haven't had a chance to get new ones done before the weekend. So if you have had a chance to see these already, get a chance to maybe take a break, go watch the USA-Canada game if that game's not at intermission. But if you haven't had a chance to see it, you get a chance to hear from Josh Rosenswag during the intermission break. When we return, the Rock Lobsters going to try and kill off the rest of this penalty and the start of the third period.
Hey, Crustacean Nation, we've got another episode of Lobster Tales here for you on the Athens Rock Lobster Network. Matt Team Rad here, and I'm joined today by goaltender Josh Rosenswag. Rosie, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, and why wouldn't you be doing good? You're coming off an amazing performance against the Columbus River Dragons, 38-save shutout, and a completely clean slate in the shootout as well. At what point in that game are you aware of really just how locked in you are?
Yeah, I mean, started off the game with like 10 shots in the first period or 11 or something like that. And I felt like I was in a groove. So it was starting to feel really good. And then in the second and third, it was still 0-0. And I just had the mentality that, I wasn't getting beat.
Is there ever any fear in a game like that when maybe the rest of the team isn't firing on all cylinders and it feels like they're leaning on you to keep them in the game? Are you in a mindset where you're trepidatious to make a mistake, or are you just trying to take it kind of save by save?
I think as a goalie, you sort of live for those moments, those games where you can really step up and be the hero. So I love those little tight games. Obviously love to keep it 0 as long as possible. So, yeah.
That's exactly what you did. And after that final save of the shootout, your emotion on the ice was obvious. What was running through your head when it was all said and done?
Yeah, obviously, I was really pumped up, really fired up. I'd get on one knee, do my little fist pump celly, and then kind of did the Columbus fans celebration like when they score. So all those emotions at once, it was really fired up.
You're in your second year as a professional, but you've also had a very prolific junior career. Where does that performance on Saturday night rank in your memory of games past?
Yeah, it's definitely one of my better games in a while, and it just felt really good to have a game like that. Obviously, for confidence and yeah, it just felt really good.
Speaking on your confidence, you've now played 4 games in a row. You're the first Rock Lobster goaltender to do that. Do you feel like the amount of game time, the amount of play that you've had recently has really helped you find a new level in your play?
Yeah, I think that, the more you play, you sort of get into a groove, and the better you feel out there. So, yeah, definitely the last couple games in a row that I've gotten the opportunity to play, I've definitely felt stronger and stronger every time I step out on the ice.
You grew up in Toronto. Does it suffice to say that you also grew up a Maple Leafs fan?
Yeah, 100%.
Who would have been your biggest goaltending influences growing up to a young hockey fan? Would it have been James Reimer?
I picked number 34, like the number I wear, when I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, probably because of Reimer, I think. But my favorite goalie growing up would have to be Jonathan Quick from the LA Kings, or now he's on the Rangers.
You got your start in the pros last year with Watertown, but how did this opportunity come about with the Rock Lobsters, and what factors about the team made you want to take the trip to Athens?
Yeah, I saw, there was an expansion team in the Fed. I saw that Athens was one of them, and I did a little Google search, saw like the town and all that stuff, and I thought it'd be cool to move to the South and play hockey. And I reached out to Coach Steve Martinson. We had a little chit chat, and then we just we made it work.
How has it been living in Athens thus far? Because you're one of the youngest guys on the team, 21-year-old. It must be perfect to be living in a college town.
Oh yeah, it's been great so far. I love the South. I love especially like you said, college town. There's always stuff to do, and we're set up really nice with our apartments. So it's been a pretty good lifestyle down here.
Toronto, it's arguably the hockey capital of the world. Moving down here to play hockey in the South, and of course you were in Watertown, in a New York town the year before. Has it taken any adjustment to get used to the hockey culture down here in the Deep South?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Down here, I would say probably football is college football is like the number one thing. But honestly, ever since we started playing home games down here, I feel like the community and the fans that we're starting to attract, it's getting bigger, and we're getting a lot of love from the community. So it's been really fun, and a lot of fans, like sometimes I'll be out like to go like at a restaurant, and like people will come up to me and just be like, "Oh, like you're on the Lobsters, blah blah," and it's pretty cool to start to get that recognition. So it's been nice.
So there's also a third team that you've played in as a pro. That was HC Tel Aviv. What was that experience like to play in Israel, and how did that opportunity arise?
That's funny. I never ended up going to Israel. It was an error on the website. I was supposed to go this summer to play in the Israel League. That sort of fell through just because there's been like a lot of wars going down over there in that part of the world. But no, I would definitely love to go and play in the summer in the Israel League, and I got family there and stuff, so it would be good to kind of see them and hang out with them and play some hockey down there.
So I actually looked this up. So it is a German-Israeli name, Josh Rosenzweig. I realized what the translation is. Do you know what it translates to?
I think it's like the thorn on a rose.
Rose branch is what I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean Google's always right?
Yeah.
That's what came up.
Yeah.
I've asked a fair amount of the guys who they think the funniest guy on the team is, and your name has come up, I think, every time.
Really?
Would you give yourself that title, or does someone else come to mind for you?
I mean, I definitely like to keep it light most of the time, but I don't know. I would say that Orca Weisblatt, he's a character. He's a funny guy.
Is he kind of like a sneaky funny guy? Because Orcs can be a quiet dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really close with him, so once you get to know him a little bit better, he can make you giggle a little bit. So he's pretty funny.
We've already mentioned it once. You're one of the youngest guys on the team. I think Brandon Rellett is the only guy that's younger. 2 questions with that in mind. Who have been the guys that you have been closest to on the team? And then who are the more experienced guys that you've kind of been looking up to?
Yeah, so closest, I would say, definitely Orca, my roommate, Kason Gallant, and Garcia. And probably Reller too. Like all us young guys, we have a lot of stuff in common. We love to hang out together after practice, and whether it's watching movies or going to get something to eat, it's always a good time with them. And then you said experienced. Sorry,
who have been the more experienced guys that you've been looking up to?
Definitely, guys like Shanks and Millsy. Those guys, they lead by example every day. They've instilled a culture on this team that, there's very high expectations. And I don't think I've ever seen those 2 guys, especially like ever go through the motions or take a day off. Like those guys, they lead by example, and they've had long pro careers because of it. And, it's always good to learn from guys like that.
Being a goalies tend to be the superstitious type. Do you have any superstitions or any rituals that you partake in?
When I was younger, I used to have a lot of weird things that I felt like if I didn't prepare this exact way, it wasn't going to be a good game or anything. But as I've gotten older, I've tried to keep it really simple. I mean, if we're on the road like this past weekend, definitely want to get a good meal, good nap in, and then when we show up to the rink, I like to get my headphones in and sort of just dial in, and I'll grab a lacrosse ball, throw it against the wall, and then make sure that I'm all stretched up, get treatment, make sure my body's ready to go, and then I guess little things with my equipment. I always get dressed the same way, so like right skate before the left, like that kind of stuff. But yeah.
I had a group of buddies come in for the New Year's Eve game, and I had a buddy's girlfriend. She's really a good friend too, but she wanted me to ask you about your stretching routine. Can you take us through the pregame stretch? Maybe any stretches that you can teach us here on the interview.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've done that same little routine probably since junior, since I was about 16. I don't know, it's just something I like to do. It might look a little flashy and a little crazy at sometimes, but it definitely gets my body ready to go. It gets me dialed in, it gets me focused. I'll grab the water bottle and I'll sort of squirt it up and watch the water drops, just kind of focus my eyes, and that's basically it.
It feels like you kind of have a thing for playing in Monroe. Some of your best performances have come against the Moccasins in Monroe this season. What is it about there that just brings out the best in you? Is it something about maybe the fans there that you really want to be on your very best, or some other factor that really puts you in tip top to go up against the Moccasins?
Yeah. I'm not really sure, but every time we're in Monroe, I think they've had the most fans consistently, like on a nightly basis on the road. I think they get an average of like 4,000, north of 4,000 fans a game. And I don't know, I've loved the pressure. I've loved the spotlight, ever since I started playing. And they always have, the fans heckling at us. They make signs and stuff. So, it's a great atmosphere to play in. And, when you get booed, sometimes you like being the villain. It's not always a bad thing. And, it's been fun the couple times that we've played in Monroe.
From being the villain in Monroe to being the hero in Aikens Ford Arena, we've got a 3-game set coming up against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Rosie, how excited are you to get back on the home ice? And what has it been like for you as a goaltender to open up this new arena with the Rock Lobsters?
Yeah, obviously love playing at home with the new rink. It's beautiful. It's a great building. In front of our fans, playing in front of our fans, there's nothing better than that. And, I'm very excited for this weekend. We got a big weekend against Baton Rouge.
So you're in an interesting position, Rose. I've asked guys like Shanks and asked guys like Millsy about what their individual goals for the season are. And really all they've talked about is really wanting to help the team because of where they are in their careers. But in terms of you, you're still so young into your career, especially your professional career. So what are some of the individual goals that you want to achieve for yourself this season?
I'm here to win a championship. I've never won in any level before, and I'm hungry. I want to know what it feels like to win. So I'm here to win a championship, and I think we have the right guys to do it. We have a very talented and skilled team, like up and down the lineup. And hopefully I can give the team the best chance to win, every night. And I just want to win.
You've definitely given the team a winning recipe as of late. Josh, thanks so much for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you play against Baton Rouge this weekend.
UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing, always. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. Farm Burger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea, redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
Every business owner who's built a business wonders about their company's legacy. What's the path forward after they decide to take a step back? At the heart of every succession plan is a vision that safeguards hard-earned success. This isn't just paperwork. It's your roadmap, guiding a business during a change in ownership and detailing how ownership transitions and key financial decisions unfold. This instills a profound sense of pride, belonging, innovation, and commitment, ensuring a stable future for the company and a rewarding exit for you. Let's forge that path together.
Before we get back underway, want a chance to shout out some sponsors. Piedmont Athens Regional, real change lives here. Akins Ford. Akins Ford is the largest Ford dealership in Georgia. If you're going to trust anyone, why not trust the biggest and the best? Also want to shout out Stanfield Air Systems. We spent the last 50 years fulfilling Athens' HVAC needs. First American Bank, we specialize in you. And finally, want to shout out Terrapin Beer Company. Do the right thing, always. Back here in Danville, Dashers still with 36 seconds remaining on their power play. A better period there for the Dashers, but it was the Rock Lobsters, who got the better end of the scoring side of things, with a couple of goals from Brandon Reller to complete his hat trick, as well as Malik Johnson converting and scoring his 8th goal of the season to give the Rock Lobsters their 5th. But Blake Seawartson at 14:01 into the second period was able to cut the deficit back down to 3. So again, Rock Lobsters going to start this period on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Carryover penalty from the second period. It was a tripping call on Philip Virgili. So it'll be Weisblatt and Milan, the two forwards, with Shinkarik and Robertson. And, folks, we are nearing the end of the night with 40 minutes down and 20 minutes to go. Third period action from Danville is underway. Puck cleared all the way down behind the Danville net. That's where the Dashers are going to elect to reset. Rothy skates it out of the zone, avoids one, will skate across the blue line before sending it all the way in and around. Lavalier out to stop it, and Athens going to fire it all the way down the ice, in which Rutherford will come out to stop it, but a quick turnover as Milan's in pressing. Nice toe drag around one, gets pickpocketed from behind, and it's the 3-on-2 the other way for the Dashers. Here they come. Quick shot gets blocked by Shinkarik. Puck in behind. Robertson was there. Shinkarik will skate it out. The power play is over. So the Rock Lobsters able to kill and get the kill on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Salov, if they hurry, have a 2-on-1. Stops for a second. Quick shot. That one gets blocked. And Greco, feeling that shot block right now, was unable to get the clear. A puck thrown towards the net. And a nice defensive effort there from Shinkarik to bat it away. Unable to clear are the Rock Lobsters, and electing to just stop things and get a fresh couple of players on the ice is going to be William Lavalier. And with 18:52 remaining in this third period, a defensive zone draw upcoming to the right of William Lavalier. Again, a big shout out to everyone watching here, all 172 of you spending your Saturday night here with us in the Athens Rock Lobster Network. Want to give a chance for all of y'all to get some last-second gear. This is it, 40% off. Don't miss your chance to grab your favorite Rock Lobster hockey gear before it is gone. Our last call sale chance is your final opportunity to score some incredible deals on all your must-have apparel, from hoodies to long-sleeve and short-sleeve T-shirts and more. This is the ultimate sale for die-hard fans. Shop now to get your gear before it is too late. Clock not running here on the Danville broadcast. Trying to get an accurate time for you right now. It'll be 18:26 remaining. Greco in the neutral zone. Tried to send it back in. Delayed offsides will force the Rock Lobsters out of the zone. Sending it all the way out to neutral ice was Danville, and that's where they're going to try and take possession, dump it all the way in, and Kyle Russell will reset. Russell leaves the pass there for Greco. Turnover right at his own blue line in a dangerous spot. Greco tried to step up. A quick shot from Lavalier. It squeezes between his legs, and he falls backwards on it and will get a stoppage of play with 17:51 remaining in the second period. Nice job there by Lavalier. We saw it in game number 1 last night. One of the goals was able to squeak by the goaltender and Josh Rosenzweig, and Dashers were able to capitalize on it. Lavalier held on to that one, got the whistle and a face-off. Again to his right, won by Danville, but pushed backwards by Athens, where Picard will pick it up at the blue line. And finally it gets cleared out by Alden. Reller back on this line with Alden and Picard. Centers a pass, but nobody there for Athens to retrieve it. Zinchenko skates it forward, throws a cross-ice pass where Garcia will intercept it in his own end, but not before he's thrown off the puck. Reller back battling for it as well. Zaloff sends it down the far boards. Zinchenko, cross-ice pass, a nice one. Will feed it back to the point, kicked into the skates, and Reller going to skate it forward. Athens with a 2-on-1 if they hurry. With Picard, Reller, a shot. Blocker save there by Rutherford. Puck still loose. Miettinen loses control. Alden pressuring down in the far corner. Gives it to Picard. Looking for a pass. Has Glukaryov skating in. High slot. He shoots. That one misses the net just to the right. Glukaryov pressuring. Alden now on the far boards doing the same. Lays a hit before that puck gets clear out of the zone. A couple Rock Lobsters will go and change with Shinkarik now electing to push the pace himself. Skate around a couple. Will throw a cross-ice pass. That gets caught. Glukaryov in the zone. Alden fans on the one-time attempt. Robertson back defensively, able to help out now, makes it a 2-on-2 rush. Turnover on the inside of the Rock Lobster blue line for the Dashers, allows them to keep possession of the puck. Rothi, had his pass get deflected all the way down. Lavalier comes out of his net to make a play on the puck. Karyov had the puck taken out of his skates. Will feed it forward for Milan. Weisblatt back to Milan, skating forward. It's Robertson with them, pushing up as a forward. Glukaryov covering for him at the point. They'll switch back right now. Behind the net, Weisblatt comes out to Milan. Quick for Glukaryov, a shot. And that one is swallowed up nicely by the goaltender and Parker Rutherford, standing in there at 5'10" from Fort Wayne, Indiana, making a nice save with 15:50 remaining in the third period. Shout out a couple of y'all in the chat. Alman Jackson, Cheryl Yurko, Jake Peacock. Appreciate you all tuning in here tonight. It's the Rock Lobsters lead by 3 here in this third period. Miettinen will skate it forward, passes it off, and the Dashers will fake the dump in. And what looked like an offsides call kind of got the Rock Lobsters, thought they were going to blow that. And it looked to be well offsides, but play keeps it going. So a little bit awkward there for Athens. Nonetheless, no harm, no foul. Malik Johnson sends one across the ice, and that's where Gallant will take it. Gallant, a tough angle shot. He shoots, whistles that one just over the right blocker of Rutherford. Sewardson, almost a nice play to get a goal-scoring opportunity. Malik Johnson at his own blue line will shoot it all the way down into the Dasher end, and that will make them go retreat. Rothi with the puck on the near boards. Trying to find Prexler, could not do so. Now it's Kyle Russell's turn to skate it forward for Athens. He'll pass it off to Malik Johnson, who will give chase. Russell in deep. That was Philip Virgili on that left side. Sent all the way down. Icing going to be waved off. Lavalier will stop it for his teammate. And Russell with one Danville dasher right on him will have to leave it for Virgili to try and fend for himself. Russell picks his stick back up after losing it. A tough wind-up shot right into the glove of the goaltender in Lavalier. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 14:27 remaining in the third period. Rock Lobsters still lead by 3 here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing. Always. There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now.
Since we opened in 1968, we've taken pride in our professional staff. Unparalleled customer service is our legacy. Experience the best, skilled hands and friendly faces. At Stanfield Air Systems, satisfaction is not just a guarantee, it's our tradition. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Tap Room. Terrapin, do the right thing. Always.
Back in Danville with the Dashers. Trail the Athens Rock Lobsters by a score of 5-2. 14:27, now 14:20 remaining, We'll get that clock caught up here in a second. Puck deep in the Athens zone. Reller with the turnover and deep at the point. Dasher's going to dump it back in. Quick shot towards the net. And Lavalier just watched that one sail by. Fisher down in the corner. Zinchenko now with the puck in the left circle. Gets it taken away. Reller does the same. Right out in front. Dangerous opportunity. And they couldn't control the puck. Another opportunity. That one whistled high and may have get on a piece of it. Was Lavalier. Hard collision. Referee, or rather linesman involved in it. Reller with the quick shot. That one almost found his fourth. Shinkarik in deep behind the net. Has Reller as an option. Won't use him. Shinkarik cross-ice pass. Virgili whips one towards the net. Reller in behind after it was partially fanned on. Finally falls for the Dashers. They clear it to center ice, but Shinkarik right there trying to push the pace again. Turnover in the neutral zone. Forehand to backhand. Couldn't get that shot off. That was Brosnan with the opportunity. Rock Lobsters able to get the puck out, but it's chipped back in on the delayed offside. Brosnan leading the attack here for the Dashers as the Rock Lobsters choose the patience route. 3-goal lead here for Athens. 12:53 remaining in the period. Kolatarsi came in late but was able to chip it back in deep, but Danville there to clear it back out. At the line, it's Picard to dump it back in, and Weisblatt will give chase. Milan in there as well, and he will go down, and it will be another Leslie Jones Law penalty kill upcoming here for the Dashers after the puck is touched by Lavalier. Athens has struggled to stay out of the box these last couple of games versus Danville. Last night had 6 penalties that they had to end up killing off. One of them was a 10-minute misconduct to Carter Shinkarik. And then here tonight, this will be another opportunity for Danville on the penalty kill. The fourth penalty, another tripping call, this time against Orca Weisblatt. So we'll bring up the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Strong, skilled, and strategic defense, Leslie Jones Law. 5-2 Rock Lobsters lead as Lavalier is trying to fix his left pad on his leg right now. Going to be a face-off between Horn and Milan. Waiting the face-off still. And puck is finally dropped, and we are back underway. A quick one-time opportunity. Hits off and lands on the back of the net before being chopped off. Being battled for. Athens player goes down behind the net. And Malik Johnson with a nice lift of the stick there to get that puck out of the zone. Good defensive effort there by Malik Johnson to follow up on that forecheck. Puck all the way back into the Athens end, and they will send it down the ice. 12 minutes remaining here in the third period. Athens trying to close this one out. Having a stick held there was Malik Johnson. Couldn't get free. Finally does, pressuring Brazen. Zaloff skating it forward. Leaves it to Brazen. A quick shot pass across that ends up deflecting back into the near side corner. Behind the goal line, it's the Dashers. Vergili knocks it away. Danville setting up their attack at the point. A quick wrister towards the net. Misses. Zaloff now at the left point. Sends it back in deep here in the near side corner. Will go in and chase it himself. Has possession of the puck behind the net. Throws it to the point. Miettinen. Zaloff throws one in the slot. Nobody home. A quick turnaround shot. A tough angle. And that one is going to draw a whistle. And not quite too sure why there was a stoppage of play. But nonetheless, a face-off coming up to the right of William Lavalier. Face off after the puck is dropped. Riley Robertson gets the puck behind his own goal line and rifles it all the way down the ice. Dashers still trailing by 3. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. And an icing call here on the Dashers. A mistake there by Danville with 18 seconds left will bring the face-off all the way back down until the Dasher end. With Athens a choice where they want the draw. And they are going to choose it to be to the right of Parker Rutherford. Milan will take the draw with Glukaryov to his right, Shinkarik to the left on the far boards, and Robertson straddling the blue line. Milan cannot win the draw. It's one backwards. Danville pass across the crease, and they will start their breakout with Davis. Skates his way down the right wing side around Russell, all the way in behind the net. Quick centering pass. Can't find anybody on the Dasher team as it's intercepted by Milan. Here comes Glukaryov the other way. Stops for a second. Wind-up bomb there from Robertson. Misses high. A juicy rebound. No Rock Lobster there to be able to put that puck in the back of the net. The power play is now over. So the Rock Lobsters 4 for 4 on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Quick shot turnaround is stopped by Lavalier. Skating it out will be Weisblatt. Fresh on the ice after sitting 2 minutes in the box for tripping. Dumps one in. And it's taken the other way. Shinkarik knocks it away. Weisblatt tried to do the same. Ended up staying in the hands of Danville. Under 10 minutes to play here in the third period. High dump into the zone. Goes into the far corner. Shinkarik was the first to it. But I believe that it gets chipped up and out of play. With 9:44 remaining here in the third period, the Rock Lobsters and the Dashers battling it out here with Athens leading by 3.
Classic City Flats is a brand new apartment community in Athens, Georgia that redefines luxury living, offering a sleek and contemporary living experience. Our impeccably designed apartment homes boast sophisticated interiors, premium amenities, and exquisite finishes, providing residents with an unparalleled downtown living experience. Classic City Flats is excited to deliver luxury apartments that set the new standard of sophisticated living in Athens, Georgia. Classic City Flats, redefining your horizon of living. Farm Burger is defined by its mission, its farms, its team, and its family. In 2008, our co-founders gathered around a single idea, redefine the burger by bringing together a community of ranchers, farmers, chefs, restaurateurs, and eaters. Our promise is to strive every day and with every burger to uphold these core values to each and every one of you. We do that by holding ourselves to a higher standard. Grass-fed and grass-finished, that means our cattle are never fed grain. Our belief feeds our mission, and our mission is to feed you.
3-goal lead here for Athens. 9:44 remaining in this third period. An offensive zone draw to the left of Lavalier is won by the Dashers. Quick shot off the draw, gets blocked. Out to the point it goes. Another quick shot, and that one goes in from the point. The Dashers have cut the deficit to 2 with 9:37 remaining in the third period. Big goal there for Danville. Able to cut this deficit again back down to 2. Try and get a name on who scored that one. Again, tough to see with these blue jerseys and blue numbers. Want to say that's Trey Fisher back there who got that goal. Comes in to take the draw now. Nonetheless, a 5-3 game. Athens really hasn't had that many offensive opportunities here in this third period. Danville has had the better looks. Burst of energy here for Danville, trailing by 2, under 10 minutes to go. It was Trey Fisher officially on the goal, assisted by Miettinen, as well as number 2, Nathan Malott. Puck cleared out of the zone here by Danville. They'll skate it across the blue line. It's Fisher, another quick shot on net. That one blockered away into the glass behind his cage. From Lavalier, quick centering pass. Unable to do anything with it was the Dashers, still keeping it alive. Now skating it forward will be Kyle Russell. Dumps one in on net, pushed away as Picard gives chase. Back out and down towards the Gladiators' end of the ice. That one actually goes out of play. And did it take a deflection? I do believe it did before it did go out of play. So, puck will come all the way back into the Danville end with 8:44 remaining in this third period. And Rock Lobsters now in hold-on mode. Conversation between the two linesmen right now. I guess that discussion of if it did take a deflection before it went over to the glass. We see a Danville player skating over towards the box. And that is going to be a delay of game. So Athens only 4 shots here in this third period. A chance to regain their 3-goal advantage on the Paloma Park power play. If the Rock Lobsters score on the Paloma Park power play, fans can unlock $3 tacos at Paloma Park for 24 hours through the Fan Saves app. Big opportunity here for Athens. And face-off is going to be controlled by the Rock Lobsters. Far side, it's Gallant. Back to the point, Shinkarik over to Milan. Fans on the shot. Still got it pushed over towards the net. But Danville going to be able to clear already with one shorthanded goal in this game. Came back in the first period. Athens going to have to be careful not to give up another. Shinkarik controls the puck in his own zone. We'll wait for his teammates to make their way up the ice. Milan, cross-ice pass, finds Weisblatt. Has Gallant trailing, ends up staying with Weisblatt, but he'll lose the puck, and Danville will take it the other way. Already 35 seconds gone on this power play. Quick shot towards the net, turned away by Lavalier. Milan takes the rebound, hands it off to Shinkarik, who will bring it up the ice. Left it for Milan. Now it's Weisblatt up the left side, working his way in. Around one, a quick shot towards the net, and that one's going to be stopped by Parker Rutherford and draw a whistle with 7:52 remaining in the third period. Face-off coming up to the right of Rutherford. New line coming on here, as it will be Greco and Kolatarsi at the points with Picard, Glukaryov, and Malik Johnson, the 3 forwards. I think that puck may have hit Rutherford up high around the neck area. Don't see him wearing one of those goalie neck protectors. So just needed a quick second to gather himself. Beat Picard on the draw. And Picard's going to get kicked out. Malik Johnson going to come in. Face-off won by Johnson. Greco at the point. Here's Glukaryov with the puck. Far side, cross-ice pass Picard. And it's Kolatarski. Rifles one towards the net. Misses high. Gets his own rebound. Far side. Greco, quick shot towards. And that one's saved by Rutherford. Glukaryov collects the rebound in the corner. Hands it back off to Greco. Now back to Glukaryov. Watched closely by 3 to the middle. And the point, it's Kolatarski who has it. Greco, one-time shot. That one blocked. And the clearing attempt is fanned on. Greco still with possession of the puck along the far side boards. Picard waiting in the center. Quick shot towards the net. Glukaryov had a chance in the slot and missed the net just to the left. Greco with 23 seconds remaining on the Paloma Park power play. Malik Johnson behind the net finds Picard. Tough angle shot ripped towards the net. Greco at the point. Athens with great zone time here. Another shot deflected by Glukaryov, and one more by Picard. That one gets blocked and doesn't find its way to Rutherford. Kolatarski turns it over, and it's a dangerous opportunity here. 1-on-1. They score! Just like that, a one-goal game right as the power play expired. And the Danville Dashers making a dash back, only trail by 1. Zach Horn going to be the goal scorer. It's going to be unassisted. Had a goal and an assist in their meetings with Danbury. Is now 4th of the season. And Kolatarski, it will go down after the turnover. Will give up another shorthanded goal to the Rock Lobsters. And just like that, Danville back within 1. Yettinen with the puck in his own end, tries to clear it. Shinkarik keeps it alive. Fans on his shot attempt, throws it down into the corner, makes the Rock Lobsters go and chase. It'll be Hunter Alden spinning away from 1, keeps it along the near side boards. Reller centering pass. That doesn't find a Rock Lobster, and here comes Danville the other way. Trailed by 3 entering this period. Have gotten 2 back. Approaching 6 minutes left to play. Garcia in his own end. Gives it to Reller, who will spin back. Trying to just keep possession right now is Athens, but they are struggling to do so. It has been Danville for the most part this entire period. 8 shots for the Dashers, only 5 for the Rock Lobsters. 2 goals on 8 shots in this period. Looking for more. Alden will take it on the far left side. Nice move to get around 1. Tough angle shot. Works his way towards the middle. Alden gets taken down from behind. A clean play. Could not get the shot off. Glukaryov in the corner. Out to Robertson. Rips one towards the net. And that one, I believe, is up and out of play into the netting. It was. And with 5:29 remaining. But I believe, actually, there's going to be a penalty signaled here. With Hunter Alden's going to be going to the box. It's going to be another Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. I don't know why he's heading to the box. I think referee was pointing to him as he was skating off the ice. But Danville with a golden opportunity here late in the third period to try and tie this game up at 5. 0 for 4 on their previous power play opportunities. Athens has been rock solid. And they'll clear it all the way down the ice on the first opportunity they get. 1:50 remaining here on the power play. Leslie Jones Law penalty kill for the Rock Lobsters. Skating it forward. Weisblatt tried the clearing attempt, could not get it out. It's Rothy at the blue line. Brosnan up top as well. Rifled a shot. O'Reilly will gather in the corner. Rothy, another shot towards the net, and that one turned away by the blocker of Lavalier. Zinchenko down to Horn. Works his way up to the Rothy at the point. Rothy, another shot towards the net. That one deflected around. Zinchenko tried to corral it. Awkward shot from an awkward angle. Brosnan sends that one across the crease. Weisblatt lost his stick, was caught up in the skates of a Dasher player. Dasher's applying some pressure here. 4.5 remaining. Rothy, Brazen. Zinchenko tried to rifle a shot towards the net. Didn't get all he wanted on that. Zinchenko, another shot towards the net. That one turned away by Lavalier. Puck battle 4 in the corner. Weisblatt's in there along with Colatarsi and Milan. Comes out to the point. Milan tries to poke it by. Won't be able to do so. Weisblatt finally a clearing opportunity, and he will clear the puck down the ice. Danville will make a change. Rock Lobsters do the same, with the Dashers trying to push the pace. Under 4 minutes to play, and offsides will be called with 3:52 remaining in period number 3. 22 seconds remaining on the Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Athens looked like they had this one put to bed. They led 5-1. The Dashers trying to make a late push here, as it's now only a 1-goal lead.
There's only one place you can deck yourself out and represent Athens' first ever pro hockey team, the Rock Lobsters. Head to shop.rocklobstershockey.com to get your hats, shirts, and even jerseys now. UGA football player Amarius Mims suffered a serious injury. The quality care from the Piedmont team changed his life.
As a football player, my body is everything to me. When I got injured, I was worried about
my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I am back playing at my full potential on the field. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me, my family, and my future. Your help means the world to me, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive. How you doing?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. So happy for you. It gives me joy to see you out there on the field doing your thing. You look good.
Appreciate you.
It's a good-looking ankle.
I'm trying to tell you.
Every business owner who's built a business wonders about their company's legacy. What's the path forward after they decide to take a step back? At the heart of every succession plan is a vision that safeguards hard-earned success. This isn't just paperwork. It's your roadmap, guiding a business during a change in ownership and detailing how ownership.
Back underway here in Danville. A quick shot on net. Greco pushes one away after Lavalier gets the quick save. 3:37 remaining. They came back from their media timeout a little bit too quick. Caught me off guard. Nonetheless, 11 seconds remaining on this Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Face-off will be to the left of Lavalier. 3:37 remaining in this third period. Rock Lobsters trying to hold on. 3 unanswered goals here from Danville to make this a 1-goal hockey game. Penalty's about to expire. And now there's a fight in the corner. Greco's beating up on somebody, has him in a chokehold, throws him down to the ice. And Greco getting involved physically with a Danville player. That was Prexler he was fighting with, as there's a Dasher down in the corner. A Rock Lobster down in the corner. Cannot see who that was. I think Prexler, or rather Greco, was responding to maybe something that Prexler did. We'll try and see who that injured Rock Lobster is in the corner when we get a name or a jersey number. That's Dr. Alec Graff, the trainer for the Athens Rock Lobsters, checking out on the Rock Lobster player. And looks like we're going to have some penalties here with 3:26 remaining. Some drama in Danville. And there's one Rock Lobster in the box. That's Greco. Makes sense. He'll get the retaliation. And Hunter Alden has been kicked out of this game, it looks like, being escorted off the ice. Not quite too sure. We'll try and figure this out and figure out who's down whenever we get the update or whenever the camera pans back over there. But chaos in Danville at the end of this one. So they're going to get Hunter Alden with a 2 minutes run sportsmanlike conduct. That's the only penalty list, or excuse me, that was an earlier penalty. Still haven't put anything in right now as Shinkarik and Brazin are trying to get the updates from the referees. One player in each penalty box right now. Still do not know who the injured rock lobster was. Try and get that for you as soon as we know. No penalties been put up on the board there in Danville, but they have been put in. Oh, boy, what a penalty this is going to be. Hunter Alden on a sportsmanlike conduct penalty, and he got a game misconduct for abuse of officials. Did not see what happened, but abuse of officials is not a penalty that you see called too often. We'll probably have to hear from the league for that one. Still waiting on the penalties to be updated on the Danville side. But if I had to guess, I think Athens is going to be down a man again. Thank you, Mateen, for letting us know that it was Malik Johnson. Still trying to figure out what's going to be happening here. Trying to sort things out. Hopefully Malik Johnson is okay. I'm curious as well as you guys in the chat on what abuse of officials is. Could have been words. I don't think it was going to be anything physical. No physical altercations with the referee. Obviously, that's a big no-no. But as it stands right now, it looks like we're going to be getting some 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. A lot of open ice. This is a big opportunity for both teams, especially for the Danville Dashers. Milan wins the face-off back to Shinkarik. Milan with the puck now, hands it back behind the goal line to Shinkarik, loses it off the skate. Milan behind his own net, using it as protection. Skating forward. Here comes Garrett Milan. Centering pass is to nobody. Robertson and Shakira back on defense. Here comes the Dashers. A quick shot on net, and it's going to be covered up after a deflection there by William Lavalier. It was Zalov who whistled the shot that got deflected as it trickled towards the glove of Lavalier. 2:57 remaining. Athens with a 1-goal lead. 4-on-4 hockey. We're going to take a second off the clock, so it'll be 2:56 remaining. And an offensive zone draw here for Danville to the left of William Lavalier. Puck is dropped, won by Athens. And Kolatarsi with the face-off win. Good to see Malik Johnson back on the ice, up and skating. Danville going to dump it in all the way around. It's going to go. Kyle Russell not going to get there in time. Malik Johnson sees it, clears it all the way down the ice. And this one should be an icing call, and it is with 2:37 remaining in period number 3. Dashers going to try and play spoiler here to Athens, find their second win of the season, but would have to not only tie it up, but add another one, whether that's in regulation or in overtime. Athens right now trying to hold on for their 8th consecutive win. Puck is dropped, controlled backwards again by Athens. That'll be Kolatarsi with the puck. He's being pressured, plays it off the net. Needs some help behind. It comes from Virgili. Skates it forward, hands it off to Malik Johnson, who crosses the center red line and dumps it in. Johnson alone in the chase behind the net. Has it to Virgili, back to the point. Kolatarsi rips one towards the net, and Virgili was there in front setting a screen, but he couldn't get a deflection on it. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Dashers the other way. Quick chip pass across the ice. Whistles one towards the net, and right there with a big claw, William Lavalier able to make a big save. 41 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Don't know about you guys in the chat, but I am a little bit nervous for this final 2 minutes and 7 seconds. With how this third period has gone, it seems like anything can happen. 2 shorthanded goals from this Danville team in this hockey game. An 11-8 shot advantage for the Dashers here in the third period. Sent behind, centering pass, doesn't get out to the front of the net. Milan the pickpocket, unable to win possession. Horn behind the net. Nowhere to go. Milan battling for it with Riley Robertson. And finally, Orca Weisblatt going to skate it up here on the near boards. Pass to center ice, nearly intercepted. Leaving it for Weisblatt was Milan. He skates in. Weisblatt, the shot. Oh, what a save there by Rutherford. The stretching out glove. Approaching a minute and a half to go. 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4. We'll have to see when Danville elects to pull their goalie. Players step out of the box. 4-on-4 is over. We return to 5-on-5, but a stoppage of play here with 1:20 remaining. Trailed 5-1 in the first, did the Dashers. Have an offensive zone draw upcoming. And a timeout going to be taken here by Danville. Smart timeout. If I had to think that the Dashers are going to take their goalie out here, we'll step aside for one more media timeout here on the Athens Rock Lobster Network.
Meet our professional team, where the best customer service is our promise. With over 5 decades of expertise, trust Stanfield to keep you comfortable. Schedule online at stanfieldair.com.
It's a historic season for all the hockey fans in Athens, and how can you celebrate without beer? The Athens Rock Lobster Clawshank Redemption is available exclusively at Terrapin Taproom. Terrapin, do the right thing, always.
Grab your drinks for the last minute and 20 seconds. The Rock Lobsters trying to hold on to win their 8th consecutive game against the Danville Dashers team that's looking for their 2nd win on the season. A minute and 22 seconds remaining here in Danville with the puck drop and face-off one. Extra attacker is on for the Dashers, so they do have an empty net. Trailing by 1. Milan tries to pressure the point, won't be able to do so. Malik Johnson does the same, forces the takeaway, and skating up, it's Weisblatt. He'll just dump it down the ice with now an icing call to bring the faceoff back into the Rock Lobster end. A minute and 5 seconds remaining here in the third. Brazin, Horn, Zinchenko, the forwards on the ice here for the Dashers with a minute 5. Defensive zone draw to the right of Lavalier. Face-off one by the Dashers. Puck thrown towards the net, stopped by the skate of Kolatarsi, still bouncing around, and it's going to be saved at the blue line. Zlinger able to keep it alive. Brazin has to take it at neutral ice, and with under a minute remaining, they're going to have to reset. Zinchenko tried to skate it in. He's met at the blue line. Malik Johnson, a chance to ice the game, and he just misses the net to the right. 40 seconds to go. Athens trying to hold on. Dances through a couple. The Dashers trying to create some magic here on this Saturday night. Atlanta trying to deny them. Lavalier, a shot and a save on the wraparound. Thrown towards the empty net, and it's in! The Rock Lobsters are able to seal it as Malik Johnson ices the game. Going to go head to the box. A penalty he'll well take with 21 seconds to go. The Rock Lobsters going to try and officially ice it in the last 21 seconds. Dashers, with a great effort here in this third period, are able to get 3 by William Lavalier. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for Malik Johnson as he skated right past the Danville bench and I guess had some words for some players. So we'll see with the Danville power play, technically a Leslie Jones Law penalty kill. Still an empty net here for the Dashers. It'll be 6-on-4 for the final 21 seconds of this one. Clearing it down the ice, over towards the empty net. Rock Lobsters almost had another one. Time continuing to tick away. All the way down the ice. Lavalier out to play it. Will poke it along the near boards. Cleared out into the neutral zone. 4, 3, 2, and 1. High fives on the Rock Lobster side as they win their 8th consecutive game by a final score of 6-4. Teams being separated by the officials at the center red line just in case any funny business breaks out. A lot of chatter right now at center ice with the big man, Brandon Reller, standing in there at 6'4", leading the way. And Rock Lobster players just going to skate by as the Danville Dasher players salute the crowd. A massive win here for Athens. They improve now to 71 points on the season. Win their 26th game of the year, hand the Dashers technically their 17th consecutive loss, technically also their 33rd, but due to a postponement that broke up the bigger losing streak. And that is a massive win for your Athens Rock Lobsters. Have to give star number 1 of the game to the man who had the hat trick, and Brandon Reller scored the first, third, and fourth goal of the game for Athens and was able to complete the hat trick with 10 minutes to go in the second period. Final goal was from Philip Virgili, Malik Johnson, and Daniil Glukaryov, the other 3 goal scorers here for Athens. It'll be officially 30 saves for the netminder for the Rock Lobsters and William Lavalier. That will be the second star of the game. And the first star of the game is going to have to be number 10, Garrett Milan, the third star, with 3 assists tonight. A massive game for Athens, again, as they win their 8th consecutive and improve to 25 wins on the season. Mateen will be back with you tomorrow night. Last game for me on this season. It has been an absolute pleasure to be able to hang out with all of y'all for these 4 games that I have had the opportunity to do. Y'all are a great community. It's so awesome to see hockey growing in Georgia. Hopefully we get to see more of it in the future. But until next time I get the chance to talk to every one of you, thank you so much for all the kind words and all of the blessings that you have given me and the opportunity to do this. Shout out to all the staff at the Athens Rock Lobsters as well for entrusting me to fill in for Mateen. Again, Athens takes the game number 2 of the 3-game series against the Danville Dashers by a final score of 6-4. For Bryce Gobert, signing off for the night with the Rock Lobsters.